Accept. All right, awesome. Yay!
There's that. You're turned down all the way over there, so there shouldn't be any feedback. Oh my gosh, it's actually working.
It's working.
Awesome.
We're technologically competent.
It's working.
Okay, Clark, monetize it and make sure the @ actually worked, please. If you have to edit the title.
Give me a second. I'm gonna double check to make sure because I can't remember my own name. Yeah, it is instructor_Bensei.
No, we just
all
have to make sure that the @ worked.
Yeah.
Because we have to. I think you have to actually do it in the YouTube studio, otherwise it doesn't work. What's up? Yo.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh boy, he's got movement. Oh boy, he's got movement. He moovy. He loosey. He goosey.
TikTok, you only get like a sliver. Like you get about this much. YouTube, we get about this much.
Reverse grip backflip was the first comment that I read.
I'm not doing a backflip. Where's the stud?
Hey, what's up, everybody? The stud's on the camera. Hey, anyway. Oh, thanks. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Goodness gracious.
Cool. The @ works on the thing.
@ seemed to work great.
Clark, why don't we? Well, we can't pin it. Actually, we can pin a comment in the chat. We should make a comment.
Bensei, somebody asked if you finished your 340,000 sword swings yet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I have a 10th of the way done. I have a 10th of the way done. That's perfect. It's awesome.
Coming to you live,
you're doing great.
Bensei.
I mean, it's look, listen. It ain't bad, but it ain't David. It ain't David, right? Let's be clear.
It's great. I mean, I'm not that big. It's a normal size.
I've got shoulders from this for days. I've got shoulders for days. I could take drinks out of my shoulder divots. We're good there. It's just there you go. Get that dimple. Oh look, you ready? Ready? Here we go.
Where is it?
It looks like that. That's what that shoulder divot looks like. There you go. Yeah, forward. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
It's just a lighting, bro.
Oh,
it's just a lighting.
It's a lighting. It ain't even a decent spot.
Hey, tell us how the audio's doing there on YouTube. We don't have a. We want to make sure that we're doing good.
Yeah, let us know what's up. Oh my goodness.
Clark's over there setting up some stuff. He'll be here in a second. Someone's Clarking it?
Clarking it so hard right now. You don't even know.
I would show you Flynn, but I think he's in his favorite spot on top of the water heater, and I'm not going up there.
It's really hard to get.
That makes sense.
He loves his spot on the water heater.
Okay.
That makes sense. I am with Flynn. I also enjoy warm, cool, and curled up. That's kind of.
Can you like put a? That's fine. It's fine. All right, cool. We are all set, and now it's time for Shenanigans. So if you don't know, we've been having a great time hanging out with Bensei over here, and we've been doing some silly back and forths with meteor hammers and things like that, and swords and whatnot. And we decided it'd be fun to do it live and have a Q&A and do some shenanigans because we like shenanigans here.
Turns out Bensei is awesome. So
yeah.
I could say the exact same thing about you guys. It's been a pleasure to hang out.
His online persona isn't a lie.
No.
Bensei's actually nice and sweet and genuine. We're just pretending.
Yeah, there you go.
I am, as everybody knows, I'm the meanest, nastiest, most arrogant jerk on the internet. As the sword committee would like to believe.
If it brings in the money, it brings in the money. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
I'll be whatever
you
want
to be.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Goes off.
That's correct.
Goes off the rails immediately.
Good. What rails did we have? Just asking. Oh wait, let me go grab something real quick because I realized I came to a Cell Sword Art stream without a sword.
Oh, well, we got our meteor hammer.
Here, grab them.
Honestly, I like the bean one a lot.
The bean one's so cool.
I was playing with Flynn with my bean meteor hammer last night.
The meteor hammer is unironically pretty fire.
I like it.
Cool.
Don't hit me
Excellent.
We've been playing
Very
with these
good.
beanbag meteor hammers.
They're very good for safe sparring. Yeah.
Flynn loves this.
Oh, they're so fun. I'm so glad.
Once, and then
they came undone and beans went everywhere.
I changed how I tied them. They should be better now. A half inch.
Also, they keep getting tangled. We tried to fight meteor hammer versus meteor hammer, and they just got tangled every time.
Impossible.
Yeah, they get tangled all the time. It's terrible.
It was so funny.
Yeah. They just tangle. Yes. Yes, that is the easiest way to deal with a flexible tool is something else flexible. A coat, a net, another meteor hammer. Yeah, absolutely.
Visual.
Y'all Spence? Oh, we lost Spence's visual? How long has it been that way? Hold on.
Just a second.
Okay, we're gonna fix it.
Huh?
You have to keep his window up, otherwise it won't work. There we go. Nope.
Am I still here?
Intentionally.
1 second, you didn't
so.
do it. We
Is
are
that
gonna
me?
fix this. Lost Spence's visual.
Uh-oh.
That's okay.
There's back.
I'm gonna do cool tricks now so that you guys can't see me.
Wait.
That without.
It should be fine now. There we go. So you just can't minimize. You can't. Huh. I guess not. It just has to stay. It has to stay up.
Like I can't go back to the regular YouTube.
No, you can't go to YouTube, but you can stay here.
But you told me to.
Oh, I know you did. That was my fault. So it's fixed.
I broke it.
It's fixed.
That's
But we'll
not
have to look at it on our
fixed.
phone. You have to look at it on our phone.
Fine, I'll
Okay.
put it up on my phone.
We
Do
can
you have
love,
TikTok on yours?
Wumba mode.
Wumbo mode
There you
TikTok so that we can see the comments. Hey, look, it's big enough that you actually see comments.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, because it's split screen.
Why didn't you do that before?
Because
We're sharing it
Beautiful.
live.
Beautiful, beautiful.
When I go to here, it'll still be
Oh,
tiny
show them the
possible.
one. No, you can't because TikTok will think we're sponsored by them or something. I don't know. TikTok made it so that our stream got, what was it? It couldn't be recommended for 10 minutes because they thought that we were promoting branded content because we were working out, and I think that it had a logo in the background from some. No one's paying me.
It shows
What?
2
Yeah.
comments at a
Are you kidding
time.
me?
How am I supposed to read these?
No, that's because it's Wumble mode. Try it as normal mode.
yeah, just do it on.
Now it
yours.
shows 3 comments at
Well,
a time.
mine shows more.
Well,
I'm just gonna keep hitting Clark.
0 away.
So
There we go.
now everyone says Bensei do a flip.
Now
That's
this
a joke.
one. Okay. Bam.
Let's say do a flip.
Is he gonna do a flip?
Oh, you gonna do it? Oh, okay.
Oh, fine.
There,
now
there
I
we
have to
go.
do a flip.
Move out of the
Now
way,
I have to
Clark.
do a flip. Fine.
Do
I'll
a flip.
Do your flip. It's prettier than mine.
You stop it.
I'll miss you.
I can't. Alright, I'm not warmed up, but I'll give it a try.
Get it. Get it. Yeah, very good.
Oh, my back, love that.
Nobody else
It
asked.
sure
No
did.
more flips.
That. All right, now
Next,
do it with the meteor hammer.
You gotta put a super chat. Oh, we have to say, by the way, this stream,
Oh yeah.
the money
yeah.
we make from this stream is going towards bringing Bensei down to Texas to do
Yay.
some shenanigans with us. So any
Yep.
donations that happen on this stream will go towards getting flights and everything else that we need to get him
Getting
down
everything
here.
set up and situated. So excited
Yes.
to come and hang out. If you guys are wanting to see it, we're gonna make it happen. Just like he said, we're gonna try and figure out a way with the money that we generate from the stream and all of the love that you guys have and support for us to let us come and play and hang out together. Because I gotta be honest with you, there are very few people that I am terrified to spar with a meteor hammer. Those two are some of them. I think it's gonna be a spectacular time. And as you guys know, as longtime followers, for any of you that are just OGs that have been with me forever, my favorite thing to do is lose. I appreciate losses because that's where you learn. The wins
I'm
make
not
you
like that.
feel
I hate
good. They
losing.
tell you, it's okay.
No, you don't
So
hate losing, you
the
hate losing
timeline, yes, the timeline of loss for me is I'm excited to play because no one's fighting for their life, and then if I win, I'm proud of myself, but I still pour back through the footage to figure out what I did and what I
Yes,
can do better.
correct,
And if I
yes.
lose, I say, hey, you beat me. How did you do that? Let's hang out. And either their answer is going to be, I'm not teaching you, in which case I go, fine, let's fight again. Or they say, yeah, I'll teach you, in which case a rising tide raises all ships. We both grow, we
Yes.
both learn. I learn some stuff, they learn some stuff, and now the thing they used to beat me doesn't work anymore, so they have to learn and get better. And secretly, we all just get better, and that's the teacher mentality in a nutshell.
I have mixed feelings on losing. If it's a good bout with somebody who's good and they beat
Yeah.
me on something like good technique, I'm like, man, I lost, but I get it.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna study. If I lose because I did something dumb, I'm like, God, I'm so stupid.
That doesn't make any sense!
And then
Yeah,
if I
dude.
lose because somebody was being suicidal or the judge was an idiot,
You're like,
I'm like,
"Ah."
oh, I'm so mad.
Oh yeah, nah. So as someone that's judged more than my fair share of martial arts tournaments, I have an understanding for judges that I never thought that I would.
Oh, I
However,
understand.
they
I'm
still
so
make
mad.
me furious.
Yeah,
Bad judges still suck.
It's
I know,
bad
well,
judges still suck.
The thing I'll say is that like if I am what is that? That's a big shiny thing.
Oh.
Galaxy brain.
I don't know what that means, but it's cool. I like
Thank you.
Thank you. I like it when we get hats.
The hats.
I like
cool.
the hats.
I like the cowboy hat.
The cowboy hat with the mustache is the most
That's
fun.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Or when I get a little hard on my head. No, I was gonna say like there's an like when you have somebody who's judging, if you can start to pick up like what they want, that's one thing. Like they're not calling this hit, so I do that hit. That's fine. It's another thing if they just miss a thing or two. That happens.
Yeah.
But if you have a judge who's consistently missing everything, you're just like, come on, man.
Where are you? Put another judge in.
The
Where
worst
are you?
is like when you pull off something cool and they give it to the other guy. I'm like, no.
No, yeah,
the worst
absolutely.
Is when it happens, and the other guy is like, nah.
Thank you, Tommy.
Oh, thank you,
That's not
Tommy.
what happened. And then he's like, well, that's unfortunate. The judge's word stands. Like he literally said it didn't happen.
Yeah,
that
no.
way.
When the two fencers are fighting and the other fencer goes, no, he hit me. And it's just like, well, whatever. We'll just throw it out. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
he said.
Don't throw it out. Take it back. So
We're in agreement.
I have my second degree brown belt in judo before
Nice.
my judo instructor stopped teaching. He's the 4th generation judoka. It was Jigoro Kano, one of his female teachers, and then, he's 3rd generation, and then him, and then us. So we're 4th generation judoka, which is an amazing lineage to have access to. It's so cool to know you're that close to the source, right?
Yeah.
But one of the things about doing judo tournaments is that even at the smaller, sort of lower end ones, they have cameras at just about every corner of the mat to take it back through and show how it went and how it didn't. And yet still, when you do throws where you sacrifice your balance to throw them, if they yell louder than you and you fall on your back, you lose. And it's so hang on.
He ran so far.
He ran
He's so fast.
away.
So fast.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? If I do something like Tomonagi, let me angle you down some so you guys can see. If I do something like Tomonagi, right? I've got my hand on the lapel, I've got the other hand on the sleeve. I'm sitting down, I'm putting my foot in their stomach, and I'm taking them back and over, right? The Captain Kirk throw, if you will.
Yeah.
Right? So, if I do a throw like that, and they yell louder than me, and jam me down into the floor, I lost. Right there. That's it. If I get them all the way over, and it's not in a smooth motion, I lost. So, there are times where I've gone through and done some like side separation throws and stuff like that, where I'm sliding through like I'm playing baseball, and because I hit the ground first, I lost.
Hate that.
Oh, but that one, I don't think anyone will agree that guy won.
So if you watch Olympic fencing, what happens nowadays is it's the person who yells the loudest and celebrates the hardest. So you'll see two people go fly at each other. Nothing happens. Take off their mask. It's the stupidest thing, but it actually matters. Like if you got a touch and just walk back, they'll think it's the other guy's touch. In fencing, in HEMA, we actually, and I do agree with this.
Yeah.
There are no celebrations. Like
no, you
they go too far. Sometimes like a yes. But their whole thing is they don't want the judges to be influenced.
Right.
So like
The
if
judges
you
aren't even supposed to look.
Yeah, if you
when
hit,
it happens, you look down.
if you hit and you go, yes, that's influenced the judges, and you can get carded for that. You have to boom and then walk back, and then you can indicate I hit.
He hit.
So usually there's different ways to judge. And one of the ways that we do it, we should have cameras,
It's not
but no one wants to do it. What we usually have is like one, what we call a marshal, and then we have another judge or two more if it's a later bout. And so these judges are watching, and they'll call like point, and then the marshal will call halt if they acknowledge the point. If they don't, they'll just keep going, and the fighters keep going until somebody says halt. Once halt is called, the marshal will make his decision, but he'll take in the judge's decision. And there's judges in all different corners. It still misses stuff. It gets better as it goes. Like once you get to the finals and there's like 4 judges.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing is, this is the hard part. All the best fencers are in finals.
Yeah, like they can't judge because they're in the finals.
So you've got people who are like lightning fast fencers who can see, but then you've got all the other people who didn't make it. Sometimes there's you don't have to be the best, but like you also have like so sometimes it's great. You have like the top 2 guys and everybody else who was close judging in the marshal. But sometimes it's like
we needed a body and we grabbed this person.
This person who's done HEMA for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And it's like you're like point, and it's like no.
Not their fault, but
not their fault.
Yep.
It's
Thank
also
you,
just
Tommy.
Thank you, Tommy.
He said, "Quit hitting me."
Yeah, that makes sense. Snap the neck.
Stop it.
So, you know,
No.
I find one way to fix bad calls is to just make everything live. Just make sure everything's sharp, you know? Right? Because
that would
you'll call it,
a lot of problems.
it's going to be seen. You'll get the after effects, too. You'll get the afterblows. Everyone's going to know what happened. So will the EMTs.
That's actually why they went to electric scoring in fencing. That's exactly why, because you can't. If the button goes off, you can't contest it. But I will say one of the counter arguments in our thing is if it was hard for the judge to see, you probably could have done it cleaner.
Yeah,
you could have done it cleaner. Now that gets really tough with some complex stuff. That does get really tough. Yeah, like there are some movements that just like it's hard to see. But if you're like really hard on yourself, you can go like, well, I should be a good enough fencer that I am uncontested.
Yeah, very obvious that I parried and dome you in the head, and you don't even have a chance. And then I parried the afterblow, make it so clean.
Man,
I think that's an amazing.
So we have something called afterblow, which is it depends on how it's. Oh, somebody said something. Please do a video on the 7th branch sword. We have this trainer for that, or they do?
They have one. We don't have it.
We could do something like that. I don't know enough about it. I think maybe Ben's saying
it's probably like offhand pairing device. Yeah. I imagine. I'm guessing it's not super sharp.
Maybe it's another flip.
There we go.
Just showing off.
I had somebody asked for it.
Yeah, just showing off. Yeah. No, we're gonna say. I was in the middle of.
Too late.
Talking about something. It's gone.
That's gone.
Welcome to ADHD brain.
What's this?
Don't worry, the internet will bring us back.
The trajectory this channel is going is phenomenal.
Aw, thank you so much.
Why, thank you.
Agreed.
We have nice
Agreed.
commenters.
Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, everybody is so sweet.
We have the wobbliest spear you've ever seen in your life.
So we have one that's too wobbly and one that's not really a spear.
This one
I bet you it's not
for sparring with because it's so wobbly.
Oh, that's
very
pretty
gentle.
That's pretty wobbly.
But you can also do like
it's so
wobbly.
It looks wrong. And then this, which has got a much more solid thing, but the thing on the end is a partisan.
Yeah.
And then it can. The main
thing is going any sort of bind. It's not gonna work. It's so wobbly.
No. You get no grappling potential, no leverage.
Cards.
They are in the studio, ready to be opened.
Look at his wall.
We'll probably
so
that
this one
after
is lovingly made. This is made with love. It is a dowel rod, or it's PVC with insulation foam, duct tape, and then a big old bundle of socks on the end.
Honestly, that sounds like a very kind weapon.
Yes, but no. Right? Like, it's not, it sucks. It sucks to get hit by.
I mean, we feel you. This is padded, but it's still, hey Clark.
Yeah, absolutely. That's,
Thrust test.
Something men, you know?
Pokemon cards.
Thrust test.
So yes. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing about that test. It wasn't fair. Because most of the people who commented said they didn't care about chakrams, but they just like Clark, or they said they wish they hadn't viewed it because they want to see Clark go to the gym. So we're going to do another video. Clark gets his cards, but we're going to have another bet. Another bet that
is,
they want to see you go to the gym.
Yeah, no, I think we know we're going to do a poll to see if they want to see you go to the gym.
No, it has to be a new threshold. The original video has to hit like...
No, that video that's cheating. That's cheating.
Yeah, if it hits 2 mil, I'll also go to the gym.
Sure.
There you go. Perfect. I agree.
Y'all make it go to 2 mil.
He did. I heard it. I'm here.
I heard
as a third-party witness.
You're very comfy,
It's not comfy.
Tripod.
Also, Bensei and I are in the same outfit.
Oh, Bensei.
Yeah, we are.
Impeccable choice of pants. I feel like get some poofy then.
I'm not good at poofy. Oh, by the way, Bensei, I have another rope weapon that I want to show you. Ah!
Okay.
It's the worst one.
Did you see it?
Show it again. Oh, dude, if you tie a small metal weight to the back of your head
Hit it
and you whip someone in the face, it will hit you if you miss. But it will be cool. Yes, it will work.
It would.
Yeah, it'll work.
My hair rope dart? You're not
That's some secret tech, man.
That's a different video, Clark.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's all full contact shibari, so.
Interestingly enough, so wait.
This is my favorite full contact shibari.
No, wait, so this is a very interesting story. We're in a warehouse, kind of like it's like a loft. It's a warehouse that's been divided into like units, and there's a bunch of people who do different like artistic things here. We have a painter over there, but the person over there makes shibari rope.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's
cool,
really that's outstanding. That's a good collection of people.
That we're all just as unhinged live as we are on the videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought the videos were fake?
Yeah.
Nah, fam.
Nah, fam.
The videos are genuine.
No, it's I adore this thing. I'm so glad you guys picked it up.
It's cool.
It's so fun, right? It's so fun. So you can get like to the point.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna have to get another lesson soon because we know how to do this, and that's about it.
Yeah.
We can go over.
Oh, that was actually pressed over.
Yeah.
Good.
But
Okay.
haven't put plain stuff.
But you'll have to save it. You'll have to save it for content, Ben. So you can't show us now.
I will.
Well,
I will.
again.
But yeah. We'll give you Heaven Plan stuff. It's super easy.
I need to
get
learn how to do your rolly things. Let me see if I can. I don't know.
I believe.
I believe. Cartwheel. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can. If I do.
Do the cartwheel. Yeah.
I can do the
There you go.
But I don't know what to do with it. I can't do both.
I think you need to like catch it around your foot
the
and throw it
cartwheel-
as you come around.
The cartwheel plus the spin is a bit of a wild time. Yeah. It works.
Jeannie says that Clark needs to go to the gym with you.
If it gets 2 mil, I will.
Clark needs to.
That's
Clark,
right.
come here. Clark needs to go to the gym with David.
Y'all go watch that video. He said it.
SpongeBob one where it drips down.
No. What?
The SpongeBob joke.
Why?
You get strong and it goes.
Make it attack me. Payback.
We gotta give you guys some pokies. We gotta give you guys Heaven Plan stuff. Yeah, it's gonna get gross.
That'd be fun.
It's gonna get so gross. And we'll give you guys. I will give you guys the spin move equivalent for meteor hammer work.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
Which is spinning back and behind and casting.
Oh, I like that.
Scary.
See, spin moves make sense when you're that far away.
Yes, right? It's like a two-handed sword. It's the same thing. I can afford to spin because I have the space and safety to do so.
So the interesting thing about that with the Montante, right, is if the Montante, if I'm fighting a singular person, I will always keep it forward and I will do thrusting work. It's a spear. There's no need for me to do anything else. But if I'm fighting more than one person, now this makes sense because it's like get poop back.
Yeah, please stay away from me. I don't want to get stabbed. Yeah.
Megan.
So spinning with this as I retreat works really well for recovering slack, right? It gives me my line back sooner. It also allows me to start doing things like wrapping it and casting it back out, which gets really nasty. Now, I will be completely level with you guys. The trick work does not apply in combatives.
No, I remember that video you made recently where you said, does it always take you that long to launch it? And you're just like, bam, 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 bam.
No, it does not.
It's a rock. I mean, this is it.
Such a wild sound.
We gotta get that. What's it say?
Ventus from Kingdom Hearts uses a keyblade that was designed for reverse grip.
Sounds like it's still bad.
Wind.
I don't know. I'd have to see it.
Sounds like it's still bad.
I want you to know that you brought that meme on yourselves.
I did.
You guys did that.
Megan, I think you should try this.
I should
try
that.
You said you were bored sitting there. You should try something.
No, there's
It's
not
fun.
asking any questions.
All right.
Well, what if
We're gonna give you something super easy. Okay, this is This is from one of my buddy's casts. We're going to give you something super easy, okay? Here we go. So I'm going to weave my hands through. I'm going to pull. I'm going to make a little cradle, right? I'm going to stick my leg through that cradle.
Oh my god.
Right? I'm going to tighten it down. And then I'm going to weave it out to make it all come undone, right? So, super easy.
So easy.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Everybody.
So easy,
that.
right? Again, here we go. So again, I've got my cradle. It's just like yo-yo. It's just like yo-yo, right? I'm gonna stick my leg through.
Here you go, David.
Oh,
Try
you don't mean
that.
it? Okay, so.
Thank you.
Thank
Papa
you.
John.
Cradle.
So we got my cradle.
Yeah.
Wait.
So easy.
How does it go through the cradle?
Wait. Start from the beginning.
Wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna put the back of my lead hand in the line. Okay? Back of my hand under the line. Right like this. It's resting across the back of my hand. I'm going to bring the back of my anchor hand under the line to pick it up on the other side.
I think you both have
Okay.
too much slack.
Like this.
Wait.
You're doing, it's okay. It'll be
The
fine.
screen is so
It's
small.
too small.
Start
Yeah,
again.
Here. Here.
Yeah?
Under. Back and across your center line to lift and rotate. There you go. I'm going to grab the line that's connected to the weight and pull it through to create this little triangle.
Like this.
Yeah? Pretty close. Oh, no.
I think
David
our
pulled it
ropes
all the
are
way
short.
There you go. You can do it. It's okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
On the back.
Yeah, I'm
Go
being a
under
menace.
This one.
I'm
The
so excited.
focus
Yeah, we're actually
faces
gonna
are
do it.
fantastic.
Back.
Under
There we go.
this one. Don't
Okay.
pull it through
Right.
the hole. Like
But it's twisted.
So, right here.
Make it into it.
We're going to start even closer and even slower. I've got my anchor hand, and I'm going to take my lead hand up and underneath. Okay? Lead hand is just floating up and underneath it. I'm going to lift my lead hand and weave the back of my anchor hand behind the line. So I'm going past my center line,
Got it.
back of the hand, and then I am changing places. Okay? From there, yeah, you should feel it automatically feeds down to the line, which will pull our lead line. So I'm going to grab that
Like,
and allow
like
this loop to fall down. Like that! Yes, you've done it! That's it! This is a cradle.
This is better
So-
than mine, though.
If I spin it and let go, it all comes undone. Throw it.
I
Just
don't
throw
want
it.
to let it go. I did it.
It's right. I don't know if I can do it twice. So here, I'm through. Yes! Go ahead and make that happen a couple more times. Do that a couple more times and just make it happen. Over and over again. There. Congratulations. You have a cradle. Yep.
Ah, we have another one. We're all
back.
gonna get
Good.
Like this.
this way.
And then
Yeah.
you grab this, pull it
This
through.
way.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you let
Awesome.
Here comes
Nope.
the done.
I believe in you, David.
No, go
David
away.
can do this.
No, go away.
I'll show you.
Yep, grab the line. You've got it, David. You've got it, David. Yeah, there we go. You guys are
Did I
so
put my
good
foot
and make
through
me
it?
look like. Yeah, I'm gonna put my
Skip the
leg
step
through
where
that
you're
line,
supposed to-
through that hole.
Now what?
Rude.
I'm gonna let go and cinch the whole thing. Just pull it tight. It should be wrapped around your thigh.
Which leg does it matter?
Let go of
Wrapped
what?
around
Not
my
at all.
leg.
Let go of
Not at
what?
all. I'm doing it on my right leg, right?
Okay.
So now that it's good, I'm gonna let go and grab the lead line and just pull it all taut. It should be completely cinched
I
around.
said let go. What do
my
you
leg.
want?
I don't know what I'm like. This.
What do I grab now? The same line like this?
There you go. So, David, let go with your lead hand, the one that's on your right side. Let go of your right hand. Reach
Okay.
down and grab the line connected directly to the weight. Go under your leg to do so. Go under your leg to do so. There you go. And pull. Yeah, cinched, right? So I'm going to get myself a little bit of line here. Get your hand a little bit lower on the line so that you have a little bit of slack on it, David. There you go. Now, here's the tricky part. This is not the tricky part yet. Here's the tricky part. So, I need to take the line, the weight, under my thigh, and then it's going to come to the inside and over the line that's being held by my anchor hand. So watch.
Oh, no.
He's saying
It's
we're
gonna
gonna
go
hit ourselves in
under
the face or something.
and over,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, like that.
It's going to
Like
go
this.
under and over. It's going to go back behind the thigh. Yep.
It didn't work.
Thigh.
Back on the
Alright.
Yep. It's going to go back behind the thigh and come through. Right?
And how? Where?
One more time. We start from our cradle. We're doing here.
I think we're in the same position here, Clark.
I think, yes.
Leg goes
I think
through.
I got it.
I'm going to grab the line, right? And cinch. Ta-da, it's tied. This is going to go under.
I know.
Wait. I think
we did something wrong.
Oh!
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And then it goes.
So this is going to go
Around and over.
through.
so close. Do this from a down. Yeah, there you go. Did it all come free?
free. You gotta let go. You gotta let go of this loop.
Oh, this loop?
You gotta
So-
let go of that.
There you go.
Now I can let
So
go
from
of this
here-
one.
Now it has to go under your. No. It's gotta go.
Just let it go.
Okay, I got it. I think I got it. Tell me if I
You
got
guys are
it.
doing great.
Here.
I'm so proud.
Grab.
So I'm going to take this under the back of the thigh.
So this part, we grab this,
Go
we pull it through here,
Grab. Pull.
step it here,
I don't know how to get it over.
grab the weight,
Pull.
let go of this, cinch it.
Oh,
Okay,
wait,
I got
no.
that part.
I got the...
And now I'm
Yeah.
gonna get it to go under the
Go to
leg
a down
line.
spin, David. Go down,
Down spin?
David, when you spin it.
Down.
Spin down.
Through.
There. We're going to go
How's it
under
go?
the back of the same thigh that it's wrapped
How
on.
does it go under the back?
And over.
I did it,
We have
but
a
it's
cradle. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
So we're here.
Hold on,
It's
we
gonna
had
go-
some comments.
I got a knot.
Hold
I got a
on.
knot.
We're gonna look at the comments for a minute.
Hold on.
One more
There.
comment.
I'm so excited. You guys are doing great. I'm so
Here's
impressed.
one.
What's to say? Okay,
We're not, okay.
Make sure I didn't miss anything else.
tie the short
Around.
sword to the end of the meteor hammer.
You guys are doing an awesome job. I'm so
We
proud.
get the Celestial Frenzy Fusion.
Step
Okay,
through.
actually, short sword, meteor hammer might be
Pull.
coming up soon. You just gotta give it
Pull.
some patience. Bensei and us, we've been collaborating,
Let go
so
of this one.
Natalie,
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
happen soon. And also, thank you.
Yeah.
Nope, I just tied my leg up.
Here's your phone.
That's good. That's good. You want that sometimes, but not this time.
That's great, but not right.
I got you.
Very good job for a different time.
Why is it showing? Okay.
I paused it so that it's not in my ear.
Oh, I'm still-
that's
I'm
okay. I
still-
couldn't see what was going on.
Right.
This is the Discord.
You can mute this, by the way. But it was showing a different thing. Just making sure we're good. Okay, we're good. All right, just checking in. Let's teach Bensei something complicated.
So we're going to complicate. This is very complicated.
No. We're gonna see, what's the most complicated thing that I know? He doesn't have a partner, so that'd be hard.
Yeah.
I'll teach you, nah, I probably knows that.
There we go.
Yeah, and I don't have anything complicated that we can teach you with the sword that doesn't require a partner.
That's
That's
fair.
why you have
Wait
to
a second.
Come visit.
I can't wait to come visit, and that's why you guys, should help me get there with all of your love and support, because that's gonna make it so that I get smacked with the sword. I get to learn sword work. They get to
And we
learn
get to
meteor
smack
hammer
with-
work.
Meteor hammer.
Yeah.
You can hit us with our bag of beans.
Oh yeah.
You made
Keep
that
them about
sound
If you're gonna spar, keep them about 5 ounces or lower, because
I did
otherwise
not-
you're
did
gonna
not
get.
weigh
I did
them.
not weigh them. It was one bag. I put half in one, half in the other.
Very technical.
Oh no.
We're used to getting whacked.
This feels like...
Here, I'll tell you this.
5 ounces.
When we spar with this, we wore masks and cups and gloves.
It didn't...
That's
I
a
just
very-
got hit with one.
That's a
Yeah.
very good
Oh,
idea.
yeah. The video, did you, the video hit Megan? So
When we cut it?
we cut it, and we didn't think about our angles, and we cut it so clean that it kept going all the way into the editing studio where Megan was editing, and she just goes, ah!
It hit her. And like, headphones
I didn't
on.
know what was going
locked in,
on.
doesn't know what's happening. She's hit in the back with a sack of beans. I don't know.
That is outstanding. That's
feel-
literally everything. Megan, the work you do for these two knuckleheads is we're so thank you. We're grateful.
They are
We're
pretty
grateful.
great. It's worth it.
They are pretty great. It's worth. Yeah. So I have had to do concussion checks for 5 ounces of coffee beans, and they were wearing $3,000 combative suits.
What was the mask they were wearing?
They were wearing a Spartan helmet, Spartan brand gear. So it's good padding. It's good, but
Thanks,
it
Richard.
is a unbelievable amount of force that's being delivered by that thing.
So one of the things
yeah.
that we have in HEMA, it's this whole discussion we're calling it tip gate. And
Okay.
it's whether or not you should tip your swords. And we're generally of the opinion that if you have either a spatulated or rolled tip, you generally don't need to tip your sword. If you would like to tip your sword, you can add leather. But this is a rubber tip.
How
This
many
is-
ounces?
He said 5.
What was that?
This is 9.
It's a 9-ounce bag. We'll take it down a little bit. But this is a rubber tip, and this
Might be some of the.
this is it's safe in the sense that it widens the area, so that when you're getting
Sure.
like, stabbed, it's not as bad.
Which is
but,
yeah.
But this will grab because it's rubber, a mask, and rock the head back, and it'll concuss the crap out of you. Now these are designed so that they flex when they hit, but in order to use these well, realistically, what you need to do.
Thank you, Richard.
Oh, thank you so
They
much.
gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, thank you. So if I'm fencing with this and I want to use it safely, I will slowly extend and hit at a reasonable pace. If I want to do this correctly, I will bam. And when you bam, it runs the risk of a double flex. A double flex is when it starts to flex one way and flexes the other way, and it basically doesn't flex at all. So it's like getting hit with this. With no flex in it, with rubber tip right to the face, going crack.
Or if
Yep, it's a long metal rod attached to your body.
Yeah, if you do any angle, usually low, going straight, that tends to not flex either. So if you're here and you just send it, it tends to not flex unless you break on top. If you just hit here, it won't flex.
A lot of the times when I get afterblows done me on longsword, it's because I've tried to wind off to avoid hurting somebody. Like the proper way to do this is if I'm stabbing Clark, what I should do is boom and then drive it. But I don't want to do that to my friends, so I'll do boom and then I'll wind off and then I'll get hit in the arm because I don't want to like,
die.
Nice.
They respectfully, they don't want to get hit and lose. So that explains so much, and I'm glad to know the physics remain the same. So in that video that I did with Simply Samurai with Spencer, where I have a shameless plug, by the way, if you guys are interested in watching me spar, I have a really good sort of comprehensive video on sparring that I have on YouTube. It's like 12 minutes of your time, and it is just me sparring with one of my best friends, and he is going after me.
as well, real quick, while you're at it. Ben say his YouTube needs more subs. Do not go off of this stream. Do that thing where you click the middle mouse thing, so it brings up a second one. But do the @ if you're on YouTube. Do the @ click on the little @ with the middle mouse tab, and it'll bring up a new one. And when the stream is done, you go there and you sub because deserves the subs.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. It really means a lot. So I sparred with him, and he is as amazing as it sounds. He's a professional hoplite. So he's done a lot of reenactment work with a spear, and he used one of these body shields, and he took 2 spears and a sidearm with him and used one of those spears. He was up here because he was going to throw it at me, and I managed to deflect one of them with the rope, which he was like, oh, that's an option. It's like, yeah, it does it. So he went from here to here and then chucked it straight at my head. And there was... I have never been rocked that hard by something that does this in my entire life.
That double flex will get you.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. So he did it off of a throw. There was no additional structure to it. It was just the angle of his cast, his throw, with the side of my head. And I went, bang! And I'm like,
the side of the head.
Ooh.
That was awesome! I cackled. Because I'm like, that's amazing!
So one of the spots on our mask, so the fencing masks that we use for HEMA are not designed for.
They're terrible. We need better masks.
No one has come up with a better design. There was one, but it didn't do well. So if you look at real armor, it has what's called suspension, where there's actually like a ring that sits on your head, and then there's like lines that go to the helmet. So if it gets knocked, it moves, and your head doesn't, and it stops concussions and that stuff. But masks, these are designed for Olympic fencing, and the equipment is so light that it cannot concuss you. Not really. But with this, when you're getting hit with something substantially harder, it has a little bit of like movement.
Especially on the side here.
But on the side, no one gets in fencing. The most you're gonna get hit here with is an Olympic fencing saber, which is like a car antenna. It's not gonna hurt you. But a long sword doing a zver
that will concuss you.
Do you want to move Bob all the way out to show? Yeah, it's my sword. So grab Bob. We're gonna show you something real quick.
People like your giant cotton swab.
Thank you. I love my giant cotton swab. I work really hard to make safe trainers so I don't hurt my friends.
The tip. What ears you been cleaning?
Right. It's like I just
Only when Bob's
a little bit to the left. Giant ear cleaning service. I think that's what we've got.
So this is one of our lighter longswords, the Bloss. I just want you to see what this Varich looks like when it hits. So from here, right to the side of the head, I mean, I put a huge dent in this mask. They're just not built for it.
Yeah.
No.
It does not go well.
I don't think that there is much that is built for that.
A steel helm. A steel helm will take that suspended.
Yeah.
But that's about it. So there's one that's called the horsebow mask, but it's not really made anymore. Not really. It's $500. I'd pay that. But it's It's got suspension. It's made out of steel. Anyway.
Oh, I lost you guys a little bit. Give me a
Have
second.
you lost us?
This mask is.
We're back.
It's on my end, I think.
Yeah, we see you.
We still see you.
Oh, it's the audio.
Oh, can you hear us at all?
Yeah.
Ah.
Hello.
Hello, Bensei.
Hello.
Hello. Testing.
Should be good. Seems to be okay. Everything should be in working order. It's just, I think I might have to switch to the other earbuds in a minute, but we'll see.
Can't see
I
Clark
think
at
we're
all,
fine.
And just randomly, Bob gets hit with a meteor hammer.
I missed.
There you go. That's okay. It happens. If you can. So,
Good catch.
what I will give you,
Yeah.
and this doesn't have to be a video, because I'll talk about this at another point, and everybody likes it. So, Clark, if you're casting out like that, right? Here is your 1-2 combo. Super simple. You are going to cast out, pull back, swing down.
So
1,
hit him,
2.
pull back, and swing down.
Yes, actually, I've been
I'm scared.
playing around it, and I found that if you can go from under to a bunch of overs. You can go like
Yes.
1, 2.
Yes. Downswings are always going to work better because you are letting gravity work with you, and unlike a sword, it doesn't have its own structure, which means gravity plays an even heavier toll on it.
Interesting.
So, down is always going to be easier than up. Up is good for precision. Down is good for power. Both can be precise and both can be powerful, but up fights gravity and makes it a flat line or a very low arc. Down increases the arc tremendously.
Okay, so 1, 2.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
fun.
Especially, I was practicing going back, because you can go like 1, and as you go back, you can really fling it.
Watching Bensei here.
Yes.
Very
So my third is 1, 2, bring it to the other side to cast out.
Oh, other side.
So 1, 2, 3.
1, 2. Other side
Yes.
changes things.
Okay.
That's so much better than
Yes.
same side.
So
Yeah, it is.
1. Oh, as I mess it up. Oh no, I
It's a
cradled.
cradle.
It's a cradle.
Put your leg through it.
2, 3.
1, 2. I missed one of them, but
That's okay. So one of the things that you're gonna do with a meteor hammer or rope dart is miss. So sorry to tell you, it's a ranged tool that pretends to be melee. It is a sling with returning ammo. So the cool part about it is you generate a lot of power. The bad part is you can miss. The cool part is that you can pull it back to you. So swing, cast, swing, cast, swing, cast. And I can also really mess with changing the range of my swing by giving it line, right? I can swing tight
Did you just do
and then open it up to make it
backhand?
go way further away, right? So I'm here, turned a little bit so you guys can see. If I swing down here, that's tight. Out, I can pull it back and get that
oh,
same
he
effect
can pull it
as
at the
a
same time.
cast.
So
But
as he
it's a
throws
swing.
it, he pulls it to change the arc that it comes in on. That's cool.
Yeah, it gets really gnarly.
Somebody in our chat asked. So what about if you attach something sharp to the meteor hammer?
If I attach something sharp, what? Yeah, rope dart.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
yeah. So I really like rope dart. quite a lot. Monetization does not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I never thought about that. That's interesting.
Yeah. When I started and TikTok was the Wild West.
Oh man, I remember.
Yeah, I remember. So a lot of my beginning videos, if anybody ever cares to go back to them, I love them. I haven't gotten rid of any of them because I want people to see. I want to see where we started. It's worth it. So, but going all the way back, like when I made some of the original videos and I tried to do rope darts or anything sharp like that, instantly gone. Like the video was gone. Now, I also remember when we had 500 words and 4 images for an appeal.
The bag ripped.
I remember when we had
Oh no!
Clark beamed everywhere.
The bag exploded.
Clean up
There's
your
a hole in the
beans.
bag.
You beamed me.
I think you should have a stuffed animal.
I got hit
Think it
with
works
beans.
better.
They're everywhere, Clark.
No, I would never do that to my stuff.
But yeah, so I ended up having to, when I recorded my videos, I had to show myself with my back against all of my awards and all of my documentation. And I was like, hi, I'm a trained professional. Don't do this. When I started
doing this, it was a little later, but we were getting flagged for wild stuff. Like, usually my unarmed videos didn't get, like, my unarmed funny videos, but sometimes they did. We were doing, like, you know, obviously stunt work. And no, I got one in my hand. And it would be, we get flagged for that. But then anytime we had a sword, but it was inconsistent. Because sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't. And like you could appeal back. One of the things that annoys me about these platforms, YouTube is the best so far because I can actually like send a message and someone will get it and get back to me. But TikTok will not. There is no way to contact them. There's no way to contact Instagram. Instagram has banned all my stuff for weapons.
For years.
For years, apparently. I didn't know about it. But there's no way to contact, as a content creator, even if you have, am I ranting too much?
I'm just listening.
Even if you have an actual, like if you have following, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, but then like some people will get it. So there's people who have less than me who are verified on TikTok. And I think they have a contact, but we don't. And then also, you can't get a stream key for TikTok to do it via OBS unless you're part of an organization. And then the organization can bother TikTok. And it's supposed to be the more like for the people platform, right? It's not about big content creators, but you have to like be part of an organization to get stream key. Anyway, that's my rant.
No, that's a good rant. Give me a second.
There's a hole in this bag. Oh, it's because of this.
Yeah, you'll have that. I'm going back to double check
mask.
my ears. Give me a second. Also, I'm going to go through. I don't know if you can see. Megan, I don't know if you can see. I don't know if our comments are together. Like our. I don't know if all of our comments are in the same spot.
I can't look at TikTok.
I'm looking at TikTok. What's up?
Hello, Flynn.
I'm back.
Is there a question?
There we go.
Can you check?
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna
Where's your phone with the TikTok?
Yeah, if you need to, if there's something you need to say, you can text it on the Discord too.
Okay, I'm gonna reset my audio real quick. Give me just a second.
Cat's name is Flynn.
I think it cut like here somewhere. This poor mask.
Yap at me.
Yeah, we're yapping.
Hello.
Yeah, I was checking to see.
Perfect. That's better. That seems to be working better.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. I hope it's not like mold or something. Don't take this mask off. Bob finally gets his face out of the mask.
I think
That's amazing.
Inside of the mask.
We need to get a new mask for Bob.
That mask is not much of a mask anymore.
No, it's not.
No.
Masks are expensive.
And
Masks are expensive.
I think
Someone asked if you can dual wield meteor hammers.
Oh, hang on, I'll be back.
I like the vomit.
Well,
Can we
let's
sweep
find
Can
out.
we sweep this up?
This seems terrible.
You're not the expert though. Where's the little dust
Take me
fan?
either there.
Okay, so the best. So technically, yes. What you're really going to be doing is using 2 chain whips, right? Which are shorter. They fall down to about leg length. I have one, but it looks like a nasty metal chain whip. I'm going to put that video up later. So I don't know if TikTok will be okay with it. But if you're wanting to dual wield meteor hammers, your best bet is going to be this thing. It's called an oxbow hammer, sun and earth hammer, right? And it gives you 2. Now, I hate this thing. I loathe this thing because I don't understand it well enough, right? I can bring it back to the other side. I've got 2 rocks technically, but I got to be honest with you. Quite literally, it seems the best way to use this is flowering strikes until you hit somebody and you just walk at them. So it's cool. If I'm on one side, I can cast it out, and what that gives me is a very short range sap on the other side as I regain to throw again. So technically, I should be able to rotate through rocks just throwing them at people. Now, that is technical. I am not that good with this terrible little monstrosity yet. We're going to get there, and I think it is, I mean, apart from like a Kusurigama, which is really fun. Yeah, very much so. I think that something in the offhand really rounds out meteor hammer work and rope dart work as a whole. Having something to protect yourself that attacks them. I completely agree with your guys' like stipulations on a good offhanded tool should be offensive and defensive, right? Yes, yeah. So technically, those are a terrible idea. Technically, those are a terrible idea, right? Let's be clear. Technically, they're awful. However,
you don't like sword chucks?
I don't like normal nunchucks, homie.
I know.
Hey, these are better than normal nunchucks. They can cut.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's see if I can do that.
You know what this is great for? This is great for getting yourself tangled up.
Yeah.
Now, what I will say is that when you're using a flexible tool, hang on, let me go grab a cotton rope because that gives me more mass.
Because using this like a meteor hammer isn't the worst. Under, over. It will never hit.
As it's not hitting with the blade at all.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna swing this way with the flat.
That's his got.
I'm gonna make a video for you guys to mess with because I have had some mild success with parrying thrusts from spears and swords using nothing but the tail of the rope.
Interesting.
Right? So, what this allows me to do off of a thrust that I have to bait, right? It has to be very counterfighter. I am choosing that this is coming. I know this is in. I'm presenting that target. I'm offlining, and I am taking the stab to the opposite direction of me. The more mass this tail has, the easier that is, right? So what this gives me is a parry and then a swing, right? So it's very doable. It is very difficult. It is very doable. What this also gives me is a lovely little moving shield. It is not as good as a real shield. It does not work like a real shield. But it allows me to do 2 things at once, right? I'm cutting that timing with the tail. So as they step in, I speed this up, take offline, and swing. Or as they back up to recalibrate, I cast. So it's got options. It's difficult.
Do you have glass in front of your thing? That's cool.
No, I just swung it at. Yeah.
No.
I'm going to show you how confident I am with my camera. I need you guys to understand I understand my range extremely well. I am very comfortable with my casts and my range.
We do the same thing with swords all the time.
Yeah.
We have a couple of questions.
Yeah, let's hear them.
Questions. Hold this.
Oh,
he wants to try
Try
it.
this right now.
What are you
Try it.
doing? Oh.
okay.
Yeah, we just
It takes it offline. It takes it offline for a second swing.
Doing this one. 1, 2.
Can you try it? Try it.
So we're going like this. 1, 2.
The problem
Yep.
I think you're gonna find is that you're in the sword's range.
Yeah, I don't think this is long
It's
enough.
not long enough, yeah.
So
So-
what's gonna have to happen, Clark? What's gonna have to happen is if I'm not long enough to reach them from just standing back here, that's gonna have to be a cast on backwards footing. This is they thrust in, I step back, I thrust. Right?
One
So,
backwards.
and that's where we get to those increased range swings, where you open up your hand to let it go further than it should. Yes, very much so.
Because you can
This
always
is
just
1, 2.
let go of the
Yeah.
tail and extend it.
All right,
Yes,
we have a couple
very much
questions, and then I have
Okay.
another thought on that.
Excellent.
Sensei, what resources do people have if they want to learn Meteor Hammer?
Bensei's channel.
Oh, what a wonderful question!
Obviously.
Okay. So we will start with a shameless plug. I do have a website. It is instructorbensei.com. That has a 5-class series on there. It's as low as I could afford to charge. It's very inexpensive. Because I care more about the dissemination of knowledge than I do about getting paid for it, which is going to be my fatal flaw.
Yeah, get your money. Get your bag.
Yeah, and I've realized that if I get my bag, then I get to teach more people.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
the
it is a
thing.
necessary evil. Yeah.
It's a martial artist's
however,
fatal flaw.
there are a couple of amazing books. One of them should be over my backpack. I'll go snag it in a second. But Traditional and Modern Rope Dart by Frank Hatsis is an absolutely outstanding book that you should absolutely get if you are looking to learn more. My only gripe with that book is that he did not add an additional charge for lenticular stickers, because I feel like a lot of Meteor Hammer and Rope Dart work does best when you can see it in movement, and he has still images because it's a book. So if he got the stickers that move and added that as a pack, I think it'd be everything. But I think it's an amazing book. There is, there are so many good books. There's also so many good classes. The Rope Dart Academy has amazing classes. Sam Toby, Flow Mayhem, has amazing online classes. And quite honestly, YouTube now has just done a really good job because a lot of people have found it cool enough that they want to share their thoughts and experiences. So just look stuff up. Just go play. And quite honestly, my biggest recommendation to everybody when they first start is make one, start swinging it around, then go looking. Just make one and start swinging it around, because what you will understand from that is you will get intuitive knowledge on how to use this tool, and it will not be bridled by any preconceived notions of how to use it properly, which means it will be wholly unique to your style, your work, and your brain, which is one of the things that I think this does so well. Because it's just a rope with a rock on the end, whatever style of martial arts, whatever style of dance, whatever style of flow, whatever you do will come out through this and will make something unique that has its own pros and cons. Hey, there's a corgi with a butt. That's cool. So anyway, but yeah. Someone sent a corgi and it was adorable. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good resources, but I would say that my go-tos are Traditional and Modern Rope Dart by Frank Hatsis, and then some of the online classes you can find from people like Flow Mayhem and Frank as well. Those are really good ones, and then mine, obviously. But what else? What else we got?
Question. When you were using the end of the rope as kind of a shield, they asked, is there any reason you couldn't use it with like a buckler or a small shield?
In your offhand?
Mm-hmm.
If you wrap the anchor around your offhand and you held it like that with a buckler, would that get in the way? No, because you feed it to the offhand a lot. That'd be hard.
So
I
it'd be a
do,
little
yeah.
hard. You'd have to wrap it exclusively with your thumb.
Yeah.
Which isn't the hardest thing to do to undo.
I think it's gonna. I
Getting
think
it back
getting it
out
back
low would be really hard.
Yeah, the recalls are going to be really rough. So what you're going to end up doing with that is you're going to end up limiting the style of work that you can do, and it's going to reduce it down to just basic swings, which is, to be fair, most good combative work with a Meteor Hammer or Rope Dart. It's just swinging it about your body and saying, please don't step here. That's kind of the deal, right? Every time I'm going to fight somebody with this, it's just swinging it around and telling them, no, this is my space, you're not allowed, right? So if I'm doing that, though, I completely agree. Doing something like a buckler, especially if I need the hand control to help with any of the work I would do with a buckler, right? It does make it difficult. If I can strap it to my forearm and remove that so that I have access to my hand still, it kind of defeats the purpose of it protecting your hand.
They
so
have this kind of shield that is just like a small, almost like spade-looking thing that goes here. It limits
like
your
a coffin
wrist
shield.
flexion.
Punching
Yeah.
shields, yeah.
It limits your wrist flexion. You still have something in your hand, but it would give you all your fingers. That might be something.
So
that might help.
Doing this a little bit is actually not terrible, because if you did ditch the slack line and you just have a shorter one to work with, this actually isn't that bad, because how you use a buckler generally, even with a sword, is the buckler would cover the hand, so they would generally go out together. And as you let the slack through, that naturally happens anyway. So you can come up, hit it,
that's
and
really neat.
defend yourself at the same time. And then once you got that, as you move the sword away, you're opening up the slack again to hit again. That's actually not the worst.
I like that.
The parry thing, because I want to talk about that.
Sure, yeah. Go, cook.
So if I am in a very thrusty mood and you can get that timing down, I think there's something to be said about the fact that, let's say you get this, and if you can get it right there, the fight's over, sure. If I see you doing that, what I will do is fight refuse.
Yeah.
And the thing about that is
that makes sense.
You can't double.
It makes it harder to parry because
I can go again.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be.
You're adding your body structure to
Not just that. Not just, like if I'm here and I thrust in this way, it will still take it. What I'm saying is that's not something you can
do
get
again
back as quickly.
Yeah.
So if you do it
No,
once,
yeah.
I'm back in. So you could, if you see that happening, and like if you get on the first try and the guy's dead, you win. But if you see it happening,
all of these ideas down.
it could be something that you could bait. And then once you shoot it once, this is something we do in fencing too. If I see someone trying to do a strong taking action against my blade, if I know they want to do that, what I'll do is I'll bait that action, and then I'll work what we call indes, in between, in the movement of that action to go again. So you get now back into fencing tactics. I'm not saying it wouldn't work, I'm just saying it's interesting, it's not unbeatable.
Yeah, no, I dig that, and I think that's perfect. And that's, again, the sort of martial artist arms race that I live for. It's okay, if then. It's always going to be an if then.
This. Yeah.
Yes. All combative work is if then, right? If then, and that's why exactly. Except, yeah.
Some people do this thing. Was like, well, if you did that, I'd just do this, and it's like it's not that. It's if you did that. One of the possible answers could be this. If I could do it in time, given the circumstances.
Yes.
What I hate is, well, if you did that, I would just parry. Try just parry, bam! Try just parrying.
If you can say just after whatever sort of addition you are making, you are either very, very good, out of touch, or very good and out of touch. That's yeah, man, right? There are some people that are like, I would just, and I'm like, okay, you would sit on the couch and eat Cheetos is what you would do. Yeah.
I wish that I could had a button that I could after every comment where I just teleported someone here with a sword in their hand and said, all right, let's go. I wish someone was like, well, you don't know what you're, boop! All right, try it. Smart guy.
Wait. You know? So one of the things that I had floated around maybe a couple years ago that it didn't feel polite to do, but I wanted to do, was start an FAFO fund. You can throw money into it. Anybody that wants to, that gets sick, because I call my commenters, I call my people that have been with me for a while, my white blood cells. They go through, they talk to people, they navigate the stupid nuance that I've talked about for 5 years at this point, right? And they go through and they just say, hey, he's proven here, and here. They tag my videos. They just, they're amazing. Yes, they're such good humans.
I have said something about Like, definitively, not in a meme, but like, this is exactly why, for serious, this wouldn't work. It's a meme now, because I've said it so many times, but people still be like, but what if I did this? It's like, it'd be weird if I answered that in a video 3 years ago.
3 years ago, like,
Yeah,
every time.
No, Clark, stop. Clark, stop.
Sorry.
Oh, it's on the other end. Okay, that's fine. I thought
Okay,
swing and throw.
No, you
That's
have
well. Listen.
your sword, and you have your.
Yeah, that looked about as effective as I think it would be.
Look at me.
Get that thrust.
Clark is having a field day, and this makes my heart
On
happy.
that note,
What's up?
the past few minutes we've had a few people saying that you guys should all get together in person.
Oh, what'd you think about that?
Wow,
So,
funny you should mention.
by the way, all of the money that's raised on our YouTube stream today is going to go towards bringing Bensei to Texas to do some shenanigans. So if you want to see Seltzer Arts and Bensei do nonsense, you should throw a couple bucks into the travel fund.
Yep, absolutely. It would be wonderful. I cannot wait to come and hang out with them. Listen, regardless of what you guys can throw in, it's going to happen. We will make sure that this happens.
This
You
makes it happen
guys
sooner.
helping? Yes, you guys helping make sure it can happen sooner. You guys are making
Maybe for
sure
longer?
that off of this longer, I can be there for a little bit more time. It helps us with the planning. It just helps. And I know that we're in a day and age now where... Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're gonna go through a lot of rope. Luckily, I got a place.
Without context, Clark.
I said what I said.
Honestly, with context, you know. But
We
like,
nested the Chicago people are right there.
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta tell you guys, in a day and age now where a lot of us are used to, because it's just what's been ingrained at this point. A lot of us are used to being able to support with just our attention, because that's the commodity that's being traded right now is human interaction and attention.
Yeah.
It means that much more that you guys are willing to go out of your way to put your hard work into our hard work, because that's what that is. That's what your money does. Your money is earned from your hard work, however you end up making it. And you are saying, hey, after a long day of work, I've spent 8 hours, 10 hours, some of us working 12-hour shifts, some of us working back-to-backs. You've spent that type of time on your life, making sure that you have a place to eat, a place to lay down at the end of the day, taking care of other people, taking care of your health. And you said, hey, additionally, I want to support people that I care about because they make me happy. They body double with me. They do stuff that I love, and maybe I can do it too, or I can't have access to it, and I just want to make sure that other people can. And I want you guys to know that we see that. And it's something
Really
that goes undiscussed all too often. So from the bottom of my heart, and I know from the bottom of theirs, thank you.
Thank you so much.
For your time and your effort. It lets us do what we love and continue providing what we can for you guys, which is a bevy of information about stuff that most people just don't have access to. I'm very privileged to be able to do what I do. I'm privileged to have the school that I have, to have the friends that I do, to have access to the tools and knowledge that I do. And it's not something that I wake up taking for granted. It's something I wake up constantly trying to make sure I get to keep, which means I have to earn it. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. I
Thanks for
appreciate
your
it.
attention.
We wanted to call out a couple people. We had
Beck, thank you for the donation.
Beck was great, and someone on. I'm sorry, TikTok's very far away from us.
There was a heart
There's
thing.
a heart.
Yeah,
We
there's a
appreciate
heart
it.
thing.
Soon we'll be able to do this through the computer. We can see TikTok's chat, but we can't now. We really appreciate all your
TikTok
donations.
makes you do it a certain amount of time from your phone.
But thank you so much. All that money's gonna go towards bringing and somebody else.
Daxis,
for
thank
$10.
you.
Yay! Thank you. And so all of this is super helpful. This is gonna get Ben City Conference. And we want to add to that. I also support quite a few creators on like Patreon and stuff because sometimes it's not a thankless job, but it's one of those things where you watch I watch so many people and you just kind of remember it's there, right? It's there and I can take it and it doesn't cost me anything. But then like they had to put the work in.
Yeah.
So that little bit of extra is a huge deal. We all do rely on support outside of just the YouTube monetization. YouTube and TikTok and everything, they pay some, but it's like, you get a couple, a video gets a couple million views, we get like $50.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So it's super helpful when you guys do it. It just shows us that you like what we're doing, and it helps us keep doing it. So thank you all so much. Also, we have another one from...
Thank you, Randall.
Thank you.
$2, thank you. One of the coolest
Thank you guys.
things is everybody, the one thing that everybody has to pay is their attention.
Which is
their
super
time,
helpful.
Which is one of the coolest ways. That's also one of the most helpful ways is paying us with your attention. But you can pay in other ways. That's also
It's one of those things we never expect it, and we are super happy for people just to watch. But also the extra does help as well.
Unexpected, but extremely grateful.
We should start doing something that isn't quite as sappy. So let's hit something.
Question.
That works. Yeah.
Someone said that they've heard with martial arts that you shouldn't self-teach because you'll build bad habits.
It depends. So actually, I wanted to point that out earlier. So Ben Say suggested getting something and moving it around. We actually, for fencing, suggest the other one. And I think it has to do with the nature of the way the weapons works.
Yeah.
The sword is such a very, very specific thing. A stick you can do a lot of stuff with, right? A stick is something you can actually pick up and kind of feel how it works. But a sword, because of edge alignment, because of the mechanics of how it works, you can get some stuff by swinging around. But in order to understand, like, this is a weapon that is used for dueling. This is not a weapon that is really for war. This is not a weapon that is really for anything other than fighting another guy with a sword. That's what it's for. It's fighting another guy with a sword. It's very specific, and because of that, it is very weird and unique.
The motions
so
are super
you can get some stuff down by picking it up and moving it around and seeing it, but to get proficient at all, you really need to go find someone who knows what they're doing, which is interesting because that's different than what you were saying.
Yeah.
I don't think either of us are wrong, but it's cool to see both the similarities and differences between the martial arts.
Picking up a stick, you can naturally understand, like, if I swing it like this, it will swing. But what you don't get is the nitty-gritty in swords, that if you go body first, then sword, you die. It's specifically, you have to do it this way is the best way, and you need somebody to tell you that little thing that will change your entire game.
And then you got stuff like, I can swing, right? I can swing like this, and it's okay, but what we're missing is, as I do this, my edge alignment is terrible. So finding a way to bring it so the edge alignment is good, otherwise the weapon won't work.
Or just the difference between, I can do that and hit, or I can do this and hit. And it's all like, not just the arms, but the hip and the feet, everything all at once.
So I think there is some level of self-study that you can do to an extent, but I think it varies from martial art to martial art based on the complexity of the tool.
Yeah, I think so. And to tack on to that, I wholeheartedly agree. I think that when it comes to, it's very difficult because there are some martial arts that, oh gosh. Okay, so backing up, the short answer is I think you can always ingrain bad habits if you don't have another person there to help fix what you're doing.
Yes.
Right? Period. That's the end of the statement. Depending on what your goal is, though, those bad habits may become more or less important in your work. So if I am someone that is doing Tai Chi for body health, right? I can definitely mess up Tai Chi so bad that I hurt myself, right? It's a thing. It's completely possible. However, it is, in most instances, please understand I'm speaking in generalities because it is the internet. In most instances, it's less likely than if the issues in that are less likely and less common and less detrimental than if I were practicing a martial art for combative application. Exactly. If I'm doing something for combative application, whether that be tournament or real life, which, you know, everything is real life. So, I mean, even your interactions with the internet are your perception of real life through a screen. So it's still...
The Matrix!
We're getting into... Yeah. We're at this point, and that gets very esoteric, and we need more tea and other things to talk about that. So, but regardless, what we're really looking at there is when I'm doing things for combative application, it absolutely goes to those sort of issues, those hot button topics. Like, if I lead with my body, I lose. If I lead with my sword, I'm safer. And I don't get the chance to learn that if someone is swinging a live sword at me, which means I need someone that is watching me practice to tell me, to help me learn, to help me fix stuff. And I go a step further because I'm an old head. I am setting stuff up right now to start doing live streamed classes because I have a pretty rigorous teaching schedule already, and I've been trying to figure out how to add people into it. And I realized if I just live stream the classes I'm already teaching, I don't have to change my schedule. So if I just throw a camera down, we're good. But even me teaching live is different than me being there in person.
Yes, it's so.
I am a hand over hand when acceptable and applicable, type of teacher. I will sit back. I will ask you if you'd like some help or assistance. If you say no, I leave you alone because you said no. However, if you say yes, and it's something that would help because I have the body mechanics already ingrained and you don't, so I can take my hands over yours and literally do the action to help you feel what you should be feeling, with the false stops and the false starts to give you shatum versus, like the body connecting, kinetic linking, stuff like that. That's hard to learn without a person. So I'm a huge in-person teacher.
I agree with everything you just said. Like, we're learning how to do, meteor hammer for us. Meteor hammer and knife throwing and archery, we're never going to do that in combat. Like, it's not like fencing for us. So we're doing it at a much more leisurely, we're going to have some stuff we're doing wrong. We're also experimenting with it. We're like, we've got teachers, but they're not in person, so we're like, I'm going to try this out until I get it right. So I totally agree. And if someone was in the same situation with swordsmanship, it'd be totally fine too. If their goal is not to go and win a tournament, then it's not as important.
The most important thing is you swing the sword around, you move your body, and you have fun.
Yeah. What is the Megan?
Someone asked, what's the origin of the meteor hammer?
Ooh.
So, to the best of our knowledge, because history gets really weird in old China for a lot of really kind of scary reasons, old history was ditched because it didn't suit what the new rhetoric became, if you understand. So
I know what you're talking about.
Very, very much so. Very much so. So, from the best of our knowledge, we would imagine, like most tools, it started as a tool for hunting. It has a lot of similarities to a bolo, right? Originally, we would imagine that it had a head on each end. It was probably a little bit shorter. And if you think of throwing that around the legs of game as it tries to run away, it makes it slow down as it's running through brush or running through trees or running through wherever, right? It tangles up the legs, catches on things, makes it easier to hunt it down. As time went on, those same tools found another purpose and eventually made their way into military manuals and manuscripts, which you can also find in traditional modern rope dart in the book. He does a good job of linking some history. So we find it in military manuals and manuscripts as sort of a tertiary binding tool, right? It's not my primary, it's not my secondary, it's maybe the third thing I would pick up, right? Very good for ripping people off of their horses, much like a lasso, but with less steps and more damage, right?
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Right? So you make this, instead of how short it is now for me being a meat person without a horse, right? Which is like 9 to 11 feet. If you make that about 18 feet, you have it attached to the side of your horse's saddle, right? And then you make the last 3 feet or so chain because, let's be honest, historically speaking, metal was expensive. So buying good metal, I'm not going to make the entire thing out of chain. I just need it to not be cut. So I make the last 3 feet or so chain, and then I add some sort of snagging head or weighted melon head to the end, and you pair that with the energy that a horse provides, and you have something that grabs people. And it offs them, right? It grabs them and offs them. It's a bad day. So after a little bit of time, you take those tools like most soldiers did. You take your tools home with you to continue practicing and continue training. That's how we got a lot of martial arts, right? They grew up in that system and that style, learning those things, and when they bring it home, they don't want to quit and they want to practice. So you take it home. 18 feet is too much rope for a normal human person. That's too much to be used comfortably. Well, now we're back to full contact shibari. Anyway, but it's so callbacks, am I right? So we shorten it down to like 9 feet, 11 feet or so, and it starts being used at home with practice. You start to learn and grow with it and figure out, hey, I could do these really neat things with it since I'm not on a horse now. And then eventually, just like most martial tools, they start to transition into the arts as the warring side of things is no longer needed. That's the best we have right now on the lineage, and what seems to make the most sense, but it is in no means set in stone. That's what we've got.
Cool.
Interesting.
So basically, one guy was hunting by throwing a rock at things, and he got tired of walking to pick it up every time, so he attached it to a string so he could pull it back.
We have a couple of comments we wanted to address.
Yeah.
Carbonated Soup said, "Hey, you all, I'm planning on making some art for you.
Oh, that's
I've
so
been
nice.
watching your content for a while, and it always makes my day better. Thank you so much."
Oh, thank you so much. And they gave a donation, too. Thank you.
Yeah,
That'll go
thank
towards
you.
getting Bensei down to us.
Yeah.
And then on
To
TikTok,
all of the people asking, did I
No.
get my Pokemon cards? As soon as this live stream is over, we will film the opening and we'll go up. So.
Bet.
It was cheating. He cheated.
Bam.
Yeah, he did cheat. Hey, Megan, I had one on TikTok, if I can read
Yeah.
that one, if that's okay.
yeah, I've got it. I
so-
don't know if I see the same ones.
I don't know either. So the Tatted Hokage asked, hey, question for both y'all. Do you think MMA made people lose the core values of martial arts?
No.
No.
I've seen that meme. I don't know why. Facebook has these really boomer AI posts.
Of course it
And it's like, it's one of it's like the guy who's in the traditional gi doing a bow, and it's an MMA fighter. It's like, understands respect, understands this. It's like, cage fighter, ground pounder. It's like, no, they didn't. All those people who train MMA, they are incredibly disciplined. If you make it that far, you have to be disciplined. You have to work hard on your craft. And like, if you want to come at it from the perspective of like they're beating each other up and they're hot-headed, I mean, like, I know plenty of people.
Normal martial artists did that too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still think that MMA, those fighters, they train so hard. They're so disciplined, and like what you see on screen, what you see them interacting with on TV, all of the like hot-headed stuff, a lot of that's to sell.
Yeah.
A lot of people are one thing on the camera, and behind the scenes, I don't think anybody's in their gym acting like that. They're in their gym being respectful. They're instructors, they're coaches, they're other people. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made it that far. No one would have given them the time to get that good. They would have been like, "You're a jerk. I'm not going to train you." That's my thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you
I
think?
wholeheartedly agree. So, real quick, hey, Modern Ninja, what's up? I'm going to be swinging by Texas soon, homeboy, so we're going to hook up. Anyway,
Oh, hey.
for me, one of the things that I'm thinking is gosh, so one of the things that I get the privilege of doing that I love to do is I also teach self-defense work. I separate those things very much wholeheartedly. Martial arts is really cool. It's what a bunch of old dead dudes did to protect themselves and fight, but does not have to be modernly applicable. And it's very situational, right? What you learn in Krav Maga is designed for field combatives, and those things that you might do if someone's grabbing your shirt in the field, like crushing a trachea, is not legally applicable in most places because that is a different level of force. So your self-defense work should have legal, ethical, and moral stuff in it at minimum. Here's why I say that. When it comes to MMA stuff, depending on the roots of where your martial arts come from, I think it is far-flung from what it used to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. It's just inherently different now because those old cats that were fighting, that were doing the crazy nitty-gritty, super scary martial arts stuff that you think of when you think of old school, and I mean old school, traditional martial arts, regardless of where it comes from, have you ever seen them do MMA on gravel? No.
No.
It's always a well-lit,
Yes.
mildly padded, safe environment because it is not for real self-protection work. It's not for preventing yourself from being offed in the streets or mugged. It is for a performance. So, yeah, go ahead.
What are you doing?
So one of the things that I really get into with MMA work is, yes, it completely loses what some old martial arts is about. But if you are someone like myself that routinely practices on floating floors, guys, these have foam cubes underneath.
Oh,
We have a
that's so
padded
nice.
floor. It's so nice. We have padded floors underneath because we throw people the same amount of force as you fall out of a second-story window. We throw people hard, and that's the point. So if I'm not routinely practicing that out in the grass, out in water, out on sand, it's icy out today, let's go give it a try, right? If I'm not practicing this in realistic environments, then what I'm doing is an abstraction of the martial art. Does it make it bad? Absolutely not. Not in any way, shape, or form. Does it make it different? Empirically, emphatically, yes. And I feel the same way about MMA work. So does it lose some things? Sure. Does that make it bad? No. It's for entertainment now. Gladiators fought the same way. They fought for entertainment. It was still gritty. It was still scary, but When you look back at gladiator stuff, right? They didn't usually fight to the death.
Weird, like tools that would never happen in war, but it's like
I guarantee there was some fighter. There was some fighter that said, "Hey, I want to give this a try," and they're like, "All right, bet. Let's see if it works."
Trident
and then they went on a fought.
That was not a normal
no,
combo.
Trident and that was not.
That was because it looked cool for the audience.
Yep.
We wanted to quickly before we move on because I have a thing to say. Acknowledge somebody who donated.
Team Eiley, thank you.
Thank
Can't
you
wait
so
to see the collab continue.
Okay, I want to have one more thing on that, and then we can go on to your next question. And that is the nature of what martial arts is for and how we remember it. So with a lot of, I did Eastern martial arts for quite a while, and I did Taekwondo. A lot of the stuff, like, when did anybody use this? Did they? It looks really pretty. What about this? Maybe. The question is, we are now getting a telephone game from, a couple hundred years ago. And it's not to say it's bad, but if you look at how society has changed and what those things became, Eastern society incorporated martial arts into the arts. You have it in Chinese opera, you have it in all these other things. It is very much something that is both martial and art. And because of that, some of the techniques that are there are performative to a certain extent. At their core, they have a martial thing, but is it the most efficient way to do it? And was that what they were trying to do? So it depends on the martial art you're looking at as to, are you going to go and do this and beat the crap out of somebody on the streets? What parts are we taking for this more like culturally significant, what's the word? Performative is the word I want to say, but like artistic expression, right? We have the artistic expression, and then we have the martial application, and those things go hand in hand, and sometimes it's more in one way, and sometimes it's more in the other. At the core of most martial arts, you have similar things. You have, Clark, you have like a punch, you have like a teep kick, you have a couple of things that almost every martial art has. Almost every single one out there has something like this because it's a human body basic. But then you get into the more fancy stuff, like the spinning kicks and stuff like that, and how effective is that? Or, and we have the same thing in sword work, which is interesting. What's really interesting about European martial arts is that they didn't really ever integrate them that much into their art to an extent, right? Like, you get, the longsword had its day, and when it was done, they moved on. They kept it around for about an extra 100 years as kind of like LARPing as I am my grandfather with my big sword. But even in Shakespeare's time, which is the 1500s, he was talking about the broadsword, which isn't a word they ever used at the time to signify that it was a different sword than the one they were using in the day. And we lost all of these martial arts. They were just gone. Oh, I have a little heart in my head. Yay! They were gone. We had to
these died.
They got rediscovered in the 80s. We lost these manuals. They were just gone. Because people didn't care. They didn't care about... Now, and then you look at Eastern martial arts, it's a tradition that goes for a long time because they cared. It was part of the culture. It wasn't part of the culture in Europe. So we have this weird thing in European martial arts where we have this distillation of this is exactly what they were doing at the time. There's context we have to unpack, but we have like a window back into, oh, we found these old books. Oh, this is how they used to fight for real. And there's no cultural, like, baggage that we've brought with it. And it's interesting to look at what that looks like Fiore being like, all right, what you're going to do is you're going to wrestle him, hit him on the ground, and stab him a million times on the ground.
And then you kick him in the nuts.
And they kick him in the nuts. Like dirty, nasty fighting. And like McBain, who's like, all right, what you're going to do is
get your gun.
Take out your gun
Shoot him.
and shoot him. Like, it's weird. It's weird, and it's interesting to see that, like, how it was integrated into culture and how that changed things. So that's not just, I'm not making any judgment calls. It's just an interesting thing to see how, like, beautiful Eastern martial arts can be, and how
Hime is irreverent, basically.
What?
And Hime is almost
it's like there's beauty in the body mechanics of sword work, and some of the later period stuff, like some of like the Bolognese, they were very flashy. So it was all about being flashy. But you go back to like Fiore, his stuff has beauty in its simplicity, but it's not pretty. It is I will kill you, and it's just cool to see the difference. All right, I'm done with that.
Do you have more questions?
There was a good question.
There was a good question. I talked too long.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
In your opinion, how important is psychology in a sword fight?
Psychology
is incredibly important.
It's huge.
It's such a huge thing.
So-
We see that all the time in the difference between just fun sparring at your club in tournaments?
Oh man, I get so stressed. I get so stressed in tournaments. I'm so bad. But like, so there's different elements of it. There's personal psychology.
yeah.
What?
He's been sitting outside of
outside
TikTok
of
the whole
it.
time.
So there's like personal psychology, like how do you approach a fight, and then there's like combative psychology, how you try and approach somebody else, right? So like if I'm fencing Clark, are we gonna do something? Are you doing swords?
I figured they might
Yeah.
come up.
If I'm fencing Clark, for instance, I've got to think about how to fight him, and I have to kind of analyze the way that he's fighting and the way he's approaching things. So if we're here and I see, I don't know, be a twitchy kind of guy.
Yeah.
So Clark's is being twitchy. I know he wants to bounce. I know he wants to shoot deep and like hit whatever. So I know that if I know that I can draw him into something, then I can counter it, right? Or if I see him holding back. If I see him like waiting for me, I know he wants me to do something so he can counter it. So the psychology there is finding what his game is and then playing it. And then it comes to your personal psychology. If I enter the ring, I'm like, oh man, he's so good.
Yeah.
He's so much better than me.
Man.
I've already lost.
Yeah.
It's over. It's a real thing. It super is. You kind of gotta.
If you throw a cut and you don't like
Don't believe
in your
in it.
head, if you don't believe it will work, it will
won't
never
work.
work. Which is why there's always a fine line of every cut you throw, you need to believe like in your bones it will be successful, while also knowing it won't be, because he's going to parry it in what that will lead to in your second and third intentions action. So there's always this balance of I need to plan for this to not work, but also I need to plan for it to also work. Otherwise,
Unironically,
it never will.
when I enter the ring, in order to get myself ready for a tournament, what I think is, it's like, do you know what? But not like influence. Not just like, I'm here. I'm gonna. Like, not that he's bad. Never say like you suck.
Yeah, but
it's
like,
always like I'm here.
got this.
And I got
You're
this.
gonna deal
and
with
you're
me.
gonna deal with me. I am your problem. Like that's my thought process when I enter the ring in
This
a
is
tournament.
really interesting even in the more like HEMA sporting world, because our friend Charles has a whole gear meta. You show up and that guy in what he's wearing, the sword he's using will affect
tells you what he is.
if that guy has a brand new jacket with a shiny sword and that guy's probably a beginner. It's not.
Yeah.
But that one guy walks up with
He's
his
got the
10-year-old
crusty 10-year-old jacket.
crusty, salt stains held together with duct tape, and his sword is rusty.
You're like, oh man, that guy's a killer. That guy's a killer.
Yeah. Yep.
There's another question here.
Tacking on to that and adding more.
Yeah, we want to hear yours.
Quick comment from Hayden Smith Arts. Question. So you said that legality is vital for self-defense, and I was wondering what grappling art is the best for that, and where American wrestling falls on that.
So do your
wait.
tacked on thing first,
Yeah,
and then this is a question for you.
yeah,
So we'll
like
keep this
this.
up.
Okay, I'll have you ask that again in just a second. So I have a really unique addition to this work, which is really cool because my father is a clinical psychologist, and a sports psych as well. So, and has been a martial artist for a couple years longer than I have. So yeah, we kind of all grew up doing martial arts together, and then you have the added piece of understanding human psychology because he's a good teacher. So with that, I think that some of the things that are really important is whatever mentality it is that you are bringing to the situation, making sure that you stick with it is extremely important. When they can start to break your brain, your mode, right, what you have going for you, that's when they start to win. And I think that's extremely important, right? So one of the things that I constantly do, you guys will see it when we eventually get to go spar with each other, which you guys are funding by helping us out.
Thank
you guys sending donations, let's us go hang out with each other. Okay, so anyway, right, when I play, it's a game.
Yeah.
I realize that it's not life or death. It's a game. And one of the things that does is that takes, I usually smile, I shake hands, I give big hugs. Right? I look at them, it's a big grin, it's like, you ready? All right, we're going to play, right? And I look like a golden retriever because I'm excited. I get to play. I don't care whether I win or lose. I'm there to have fun, and that's kind of terrifying for some people because I don't care whether I win or lose. I'm going to play. This is a game. You are in my game. So when they start to feel that pressure and they start to feel the change in pressure and it's just different, sometimes it changes what they're doing so drastically that they lose step, and that's really important. When it comes to baiting things out of people, when it comes to playing with psychology, I absolutely agree. I had a student at one point that went to go do a BJJ tournament, and my student was working himself up pacing back and forth. He wasn't looking at his opponent who was across from him. He wasn't doing anything. He was pacing. And I'm like, hey, look up. And he looked over at his opponent, and I said, look at him. He's wringing his hands. He's grabbing at his pants. He's breathing heavily. He's already sweating. His eyes are darting around because he's looking for his... I'm saying this out loud at a child, by the way. And I'm like, his eyes are darting around. Do you understand? You have already won. He doesn't want to fight. He's scared of you. You win this already. Get out of your own head and get to work. And he's like... And I watched my student go, oh. And the other kid starts shrinking smaller and smaller and smaller as I am announcing what he's doing. So what that means is
right
when
in front of him to his parents too.
Yeah. Well, hey, they put me in the coach seat. That's on them. So like one of the things that really boils down to is when I understand how to read human bodies, because I'm going to read body language before I read anything else, right? When I understand how to read human bodies and I can make well-informed guesstimations about what they're thinking and doing, it will always give me an upper edge because that makes me borderline psychic. I get to start reading their thoughts before they do it, and that's where we get to they're bouncy. They want to play counter work, right? They want to flick. They want to be fast. It's like, okay, so we're gonna play something different and make it so that you can't play that game. I wholeheartedly agree. What was the other question?
Yeah, we have something for you about the legality of self-defense.
Yeah.
Sure. Ask that again.
Question. So you said that legality is vital for self-defense, and I was wondering what grappling art is best for that and where American wrestling falls in that.
What grappling art is best for that? So I'm going to give you the God's honest answer, and I want you to sit down when I say this. Whatever you piss, the best self-defense art is the one that you practice. The one that you practice under duress. The one you practice under stress. The one that you pressure test. The one that you are the most comfortable with is the best martial art for you, regardless of whether it specializes in stand-up, groundwork, whatever, right? Let's get that out of the way because that's a very common misconception. Secondarily, tacking on to that, right? There are a lot of different grappling arts that work well. I know that BJJ is extremely popular at the moment. And we'll see how long that lasts, probably for a long time until something else new comes along. It depends on what your goal is with self-protection work. Mine personally is always to make it home to my family and my cat. That's what I want. I want to go home. I want to keep myself safe. And realistically, that is going to be a lot of not grappling arts. Because grappling arts are about controlling and grabbing. It's about staying there, right? Now, I would say that an art like BJJ, where it teaches you to fight from any position, up until green, maybe a belt above green belt is excellent self-defense work, but if you're looking for self-defense work, stop there. Because everything past that is about beating other people at tournaments, right? White and green, your basic bread and butter is about the most you're gonna need to keep yourself safe. How do I escape when I'm on the ground? How do I protect myself when I'm on the ground and losing? And once I do something, how do I get up and run away? That's really what we're looking for. Wrestling is not bad, but teaches really bad habits. Because in wrestling, a pin happens on your back, which if I'm on the ground, apart from being over top of them, is the safest place I can be. Some configuration of being on my back looking up at them. Because when I'm wrestling, I want to be stomach down. Here's the problem with being stomach down. I can't see them! I cannot see the person that's fighting me. I have put all of my weapons down toward the floor. I am laying down on my tummy and going, hey, please don't elbow me in the back of the skull, right? I hope you're nice. Please don't choke me until I go unconscious and then drag my body off. Because, no pin! No pin! Ha-ha! You can't pin me! Ha-ha-ha-ha! It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It teaches you terrible habits. Wrestling teaches you to go down on your stomach and stay there because being on your back means you lose. BJJ, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, and Judo teach you that if I'm on my back, I am safer than if I'm on my stomach, and I can still fight to escape from there. So I would say that wrestling is really good for learning controlling other human beings. And if you're a bouncer, that's great. If you are not a bouncer, you need something different. That's my 2 cents on that.
Nice.
Makes sense. We had second one.
Welcome.
Ninja Craft for Welcome to Warrior.
Oh, hey!
And this one here.
And then this one.
From
Thank you, Gabriel Alex.
Thank you so much.
Quick question. What would you say is the best groundwork or starter martial art or weapon that helps with learning things? Like what's the best thing as groundwork to build upon?
Oh, you guys go first.
So with swords and weapons and things you hold in your hand to hit other people with, I would say, and I am slightly biased here, is that the easiest thing that applies to anything that you hold and swing would probably be German KDF, just because it's such a whole, like, it has a whole system and it can kind of apply to everything equally. And this is true with like any master, like Fiore and
But Fiore
all that
stuff is basically the same. Like
yeah,
Fiore,
but they're all essentially
Fiore also has,
the same. But KDF probably has the most things on it and the most masters writing manuals about it that you can apply
That's
to
true.
everything. Like
Yeah.
Meyer, he has a whole section on what's called the Dusac, which isn't a real sword. It's a stand for any one-handed sword at all. So everything on that Dusac applies to every one-handed sword or one-handed thing, like a stick. So it probably, and the way it approaches combat isn't necessarily even, it only works with swords. You can apply that conceptual framework to just combat as a whole, because it doesn't predicate you having a sword to do these things. The way it breaks down how you approach a fight and how you interpret a fight can be applied to anything.
Is this asking about specifically for grappling and groundwork, or just
It's
is
both.
two-
No,
okay, two different
for
questions?
the baseline of learning other arts as well as what you're learning there. They're talking like as in the foundation of what
you
you're
know
going
I'm
to
gonna
build
counter you.
from.
Yeah.
I'm going to counter you, and I'm going to say that if you want to be good at fencing, go take Olympic fencing. If you want to be good at distance and timing, which is the basis of almost every bladed combat, go, and you don't have to do it forever. You don't have to make it your only thing.
Yeah.
Cross train, but learn. Probably, I would say epee be your best.
Yeah,
Learn Olympic
epee.
epee or saber or foil. Anyway, but epee is probably the most one that's going to transfer the most. And that's not going to teach you the blade work you need. It's going to teach you distance and timing. And that basis will then let you rocket forward.
Yeah, as a quick add-on, what you should do is do both. Because one of the things, notably, none of the masters talk about in the manuals is footwork.
Because they expect you to know how to do it.
They assume you know it. So if you don't know how to do that, they won't tell you how to do it because they are assuming you're coming from a place of competency already.
Well, the other thing about the manuals that we have to understand when it comes to the manuscripts is it was really hard to write a book.
Yes.
And they didn't put in stuff that...
no one cares. I don't buy a class on a book of
not
footwork.
just that, but this was not assumed to be a thing that would teach you from the ground up. This was something that you're going to Meyer's class. He wrote this book as kind of a shorthand both for himself and for other people. You could learn stuff from it, but it wasn't like you would not go buy this book and learn fencing. You would go to a fencing school, learn there,
Quick,
and then...
interesting tangent. In the Zettel, which is like the origin of all of this, he specifically tells you, use this to defeat common fencing. We don't know what that is, so presumably he's saying, I have this thing that is better than what they're doing. If you do my thing, you'll beat all of these masters with their common fencing. He always says, do this if they do this common fencing.
Which implies that there is an entire, like, you already need to know what common fencing is and how to do it in order to learn the new thing. So go learn Olympic fencing basics, learn how to do footwork, distance, and timing, and then, or at the same time, go do HEMA.
Because they don't teach you footwork.
I'm going to go to the bathroom, you guys keep talking.
Alright, Bensei.
So what I would say is I am so excited because I want to learn these things. But the way that I ended up learning Meteor Hammer and my basis for weapons work is Filipino martial arts. I learned Eskrima. So stick and knife fighting with that. One of the core philosophies that we ended up learning that really stuck with me is what you can do with a stick, you can do with a knife, you can do open hand. All of the mechanics are the same. So if I want to swing a stick at this pad, I'm opening up my hips, I'm rotating through, I'm snapping into it, right? It's the same when I'm swinging a knife and when I'm throwing a hammer fist at the side of somebody's head. It's the same thing. They're all going to operate the same way, which really boils down to I've got my, I think they call them wagon wheel or something like that. I've got my 8 basic directions that I can swing a sword or a stick or anything, right? But we call it our Compass 9 because our logo is a compass because we've got a couple of different incorporated arts, but blah blah blah. Anyway, so you've got 8 different directions. You can swing literally anything you use, and 9 is linear, right? So that is a real solid core fundamental of all of the Eskrima work that we learned growing up, that I learned as part of my core foundation. Also the footwork. I've got my V's, I've got all of my moving, I've got my back, my forth, my male, my female angles, I've got offlining, and I start to understand things like if I open up my back hip, I can snap down and in easier, right? If I turn it in, I can snap back the other way. All of the body mechanics and lower body mechanics stuff that you'd want. Additionally, it is designed for much closer range than most other tools. So it also gives me things like stopping swords and coming in to get to the inside of them so I can start grappling, wrapping, and trapping. Because if I can immobilize the tool that's coming after me, it doesn't get to hurt me anymore. On top of that, it also gives you some of the same concepts like defanging the snake, which is everyone's favorite target, hands.
Yes!
If I break your hand, if I cut it off, it's not going to hurt me anymore. So instead of aiming at their stick or their sword, I aim at their hand. I aim at their wrist. It's the same concept that you find everywhere with good weapons work. Aim at the thing that they're trying to hurt you with, not the thing that's trying to hurt you. However, sometimes I need to intercept that. So it's 1-2, right? I get offline of that. That comes in, pump, and I'm cutting off to the outside of that arm. It's all of the same soup, guys. It's all the same soup is really what we're getting at.
It's funny when you said that specifically because I've done a little bit of it was C-Lot, so a little bit of Filipino martial arts stuff, and they also taught me if it works with X, it works with Y. Buddy Fiore, Italian sword master, does the same thing. It's like this is how you do this move with nothing. Same thing with dagger. Same thing with sword. And it's like, it's not quite the same. He has different ranges, different things, but a lot of the grappling work will show with all 3 of them.
Sure, and I think it's just part of the reason that I was able to pick up Meteor Hammer like I did is because I didn't have an idea or stigma about how it was supposed to work. Mm-hmm. I understood that sticks, staves, spears, swords, hammers, fists, literally anything I can pick up is gonna work generally the same way. Now, things like needing good edge alignment, obviously, right? Swinging at somebody with the flat of the blade is a nice way to say I don't want to murder you, right? However, that's not super great for practical self-defense work against, what did they call it? Common fencing? I love that term. That sounds so politely disrespectful.
I know,
honestly.
right? A practitioner of common fencing. Oh. Have you seen that reaction gif of all the dudes standing on top of all the Enlightenment period fancy guys standing on the banister, looking down like this? Have you seen that? Yeah. We use that.
And they're looking at
memes.
Yeah.
We use that
That's
a lot
beautiful.
for something about rapier, rapiers looking down at all you peasant longboard fencers.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But yeah, I think that Filipino martial arts, for the exact same reasons that they're listing a lot of European martial arts, I feel the exact same way about Filipino martial arts, which tells you, hopefully you understand from this, that there's not a right answer here. There is a general groundwork to play with, but past that point, it's about personal preference and what you find. And please, once you get a good enough base, go mix. Go find other things. That's how you figure out how to cover up your deficits. We call it martial arts inbreeding.
Earlier about what the best thing to start with is the thing that you will train.
Yeah.
Whatever you have access to.
We said people ask us a lot. What weapon?
If it's Tendo, if it's Emo.
Yeah, people ask all the time, "What's the best sword to start with?" And we say, "Whatever your local club is teaching, whatever you can get your hands on, and whatever interests you. If you don't want to learn longsword and you want to learn Scottish basket-hilted broadsword, and
send it.
Yeah, send it. If you can find it, send it. If you're not, but don't try and do something that you're not interested in because it's the best quote-unquote starter weapon. There is no best starter weapon.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly agreed. Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, it's so nice to just agree.
The car is back with the, hey, I live in Ireland and there's not many places to go as far as I know to learn weapons. What's a super big, is that the last one? Is it the same question?
It's similar.
Again?
So that, I know there are some people, because I know Jack Grassman was in Ireland, he had a HEMA club.
Yeah.
I know there are some HEMA clubs in Ireland. I don't know exactly where they are. I know Ireland's not, like, small.
The easiest to find, as David said earlier, is MOF is probably the easiest in general to find because it's more prominent than
MOF is modern Olympic fencing, so that's the kind of stuff you see where they have the tiny little weapons, and it's still a lot of fun. Like modern Olympic fencing is a ton of fun. It is martially valid, especially epee. It's worth your time, and it's a great stepping stone to get into other stuff. Most of the people who were like absolute killers started with MOF or like kendo or something else, right? But I know that there are HEMA clubs in Ireland. If you haven't already, check out the HEMA Alliance Club Finder. You just Google that, and
which
you can find.
Has been linked in the chat by Ahmad a couple times.
Thank you, and you can find something in your local area. We're all taking our bathroom break. Sorry, Bensei. I hope you don't have to pee.
Oh no, I'm good. I wore a diaper, so.
I should have thought. That's why we have the baggy pants.
Oh, so you could.
That's right. You just can't tell.
That's kind of silly.
Nah, it's okay. You'll learn for next time.
I'm a big kid now.
Try. Someone said on TikTok, try reversing the chips. Reverse gripping the chips. It's more effective.
Oh, these are protein M&Ms.
There you go. Yeah, go ahead and reverse grip those. It'll help. It's good for you. There you go. My goodness. But yeah, so fun question. We'll get these out of the way because I mean, at some point someone's going to ask them, and I'm going to want to be able to tell them. How long have you guys been practicing martial arts?
You or us or all of us?
All of the above.
Everybody.
We'll all answer, but I have a couple of questions.
You go first.
So for the people that ask me, I have been practicing martial arts for 24 years. It'll be 25 years this year. I started when I was 4, and it was just one of those things I needed something. I have ADHD, and my sister does too, and my dad's a clinical psychologist, so we needed something to help us regulate, and martial arts just seemed to do it. There was a little bit where I was like 16 or 17 where I'm like, I don't know if I really want to do this anymore. I stopped for like a year, and then went to the Arnold Classic that's held in Columbus, and got itchy again. And I'm like, man, all right, this is just going to be with me forever. So yeah, 24 years of martial arts work with a couple different styles, which we'll talk about later. What about you guys?
This is hard. So I started when I was about 9, which means, holy shoot, 26 years?
There you go.
And I've had it was Taekwondo, and it wasn't like super like hardcore, it was just Taekwondo. And I did that up until I was about 18, pretty like consistently, pretty seriously. And then I like kind of fell off for a year or two. I started fencing at about 14, and that carried through. Like I was doing that when I wasn't doing Taekwondo. So like some sort of martial art at some point. I've had my like periods where it was more and periods were less. Kind of like when I first started college, for like a year and a half or so, it wasn't quite as good attendance. And then I started getting back hard into it, especially after my master's degree. And then I've just kind of gone like overboard since. So like it's been different amounts in my life. But fencing, I've been doing fencing the longest. I did Taekwondo and then I kind of stopped, and then I went back and I taught it for a while at a martial arts school for a couple of years. But now I just kind of do that as I use my Taekwondo for my stunt training stuff.
Nice, very nice. It's a good base.
Technically, I started as a kid in Taekwondo, but I don't really count that because I think I did that for 4 or 5 years until I started doing other things and didn't have time. And then I hit black belt and stopped, and I was like 9, so I don't really count that. Then I started MOF in early high school, which was more like 2012, 2011-ish.
So young, such a baby.
Yeah, and I did that through high school, and I stopped when I went to college, and a combo of as I moved to go to college, and also I had kind of started to lose interest in fencing because it was a lot of fun, but it wasn't like the fencing I was looking for. but HEMA at the time didn't really exist.
Not really. In the U.S., not in our area.
In the U.S. in the area. So I didn't do really much of anything for all of college. And when I got back, that was when I saw that HEMA existed. And I went to a class the next week, and I've been doing that ever since. And that's when I really start to count it, which was like 2019, is when I started to really get back into it and train a lot harder. Even with the MOF, it was just like epee and foil, and it was mostly like footwork and like all that stuff. So I really count starting at like 2019-ish.
Nice. Oh my gosh. So in that same vein, also fun add-on. I started with Taekwondo too. Hey.
So I feel like most
It's the
Americans,
most accessible, and they have kids classes,
Yeah.
so it's the easiest to get into.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I still thank them for teaching me a lot of my kicks
Absolutely.
and leg work. It very, very beneficial. They were definitely old school Taekwondo people, and we're like, okay, we're just gonna do circle of pain for a while. We're gonna toughen your thighs and make sure you throw good kicks. We just kicked each other in the legs, and then ran stairs. So yeah, it was good. Of the martial arts that you guys have practiced, which one is your favorite, if you can choose one? Which one is your favorite? And which one do you feel helps you the most in your daily life?
Well, I can say right off the bat,
Technically,
swords don't help in daily
Yeah.
life ever, and they
Except
probably
for
never
us.
will.
you say that.
Well-
you say that. Literally, our daily life is swords. So this
Yeah,
is kind
yeah.
of a cheat.
It's kind
This
of
is kind of a
like-
cheat
Don't
question.
ignore
cheat.
that.
In general,
My
this
daily-
is not applicable to modern day life at all.
My daily life is nothing
Except for
but
us.
swords. I
Because
don't.
we turned it into our life, but generally this isn't gonna help us. But that said, my favorite is also a cheat because it's just HEMA. Like the best thing about it is getting as close to actual fighting with swords as you can get, which is this. If I have to specify, probably longsword and then saber.
So yeah,
Nice.
HEMA is an umbrella term that means historical European martial arts. So it's not one weapon.
Which is
It's-
also wrestling.
Yeah, it is. It also is wrestling. I tend to do mostly rapier, saber, and longsword. Not in that order of liking them. It's kind of a toss-up. Probably saber's top.
Yeah.
Saber's great.
Yeah.
And then what was the whole question was what's the one you do
You enjoy most.
the most? It's
Yeah.
got to be
Which one's your
swordsmanship.
favorite?
Something
Yeah,
about
swords.
It's something I've done a lot of other martial arts and I like them. Right? Don't get me wrong, but there is something so special about having a sword in your hand, another guy with a sword in your hand, and trying to get the other guy.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sure you feel this in martial arts that you do. Like I don't do jiu-jitsu or BJJ or anything like that. I'm sure it's the same kind of feeling. But for me, that feeling of like testing your physical fitness, your mental fortitude, testing your tactical decision making, trying to outdo the other guy with this weird funny thing in your hand. It's just it's just a rush.
I could not agree
something
more.
that feels
Yeah.
perfect about having a sword
Yeah.
and
Whacking somebody.
It just feels
Yeah.
it feels perfect.
When you're fencing and you get that whack, like or you get that
You
thrust.
get this.
It's like a couple of things. So like when I'm fencing somebody and they go for me and I fade and smack that hand and hear that crack, I'm just like, oh yeah, that was good. Or when I find that boom, I'm like, it's so good.
When you get that in as like counter wind thrust perfectly,
Yes,
you're
yes.
like,
It's so good. We shouldn't bet
It's-
that one.
yeah.
It's a good stage combat one.
I wholeheartedly agree. There is something absolutely fantastic about, God, there's two layers to this for me with that. So let me start by answering my own question, which is my favorite, if I have to choose one of my martial arts, it's got to be jiu-jitsu work. It's got to be Japanese jiu-jitsu work. It's the thing that I've done the longest. Put people on the floor as hard as you can, break something off on the way down, break something off on the way as you run away, right? Like I don't want to fight you. I want you to get mauled because you chose the wrong person. That's how that goes. And it's one of my favorite things. And I find that it is one of those things that has helped me the most in my daily life because I have, due to the lack of distance that jiu-jitsu breeds into you and the understanding that we're going to be nose to nose, it's going to be halitosis range. I should be able to smell your bad breath, right? That's that understanding and the fact that I am comfortable all the way up into nose to nose with someone means that I am significantly more confident and comfortable in my daily life as I walk around. If someone gets too close to me, it may set off my spidey senses, but I'm not panicked, which means there's not a lot of situations where I become uncomfortable, which really helps a lot with making sure I can navigate the world to the best of my ability, because I'm confident, I'm safe, I'm comfortable. I can stay polite and cordial even if someone is yelling up close in my face, because I know that I'm going to be okay. So it's one of those things that helps me tremendously on a psychological level. Talking about what you were talking about with the good herder bonk smash brain scratch that comes from smacking somebody with a metal stick. Yes,
It's so
yes,
good.
yes.
So good.
It's so when it comes to the martial arts work for me, again grappling is my favorite. It's my bread and butter. If I'm close to you, I'm happy and I feel safe. So when I get close to somebody, when I get to work with them, there is twofold. First off, in the most consensual, safe way possible, being able to enact your will on someone else's body against theirs is a beautiful feeling. It is just so good to be able to go, hey, you're going to go down there, I'm going to keep you down there, and I am going to slowly and systematically start snapping things off of you. And you won't be able to do anything about it. And the only way that you get me to stop is by saying, I give up. And that gets me to the second part, which is the fact that I can go from best friends with somebody.
That's the.
I can bow to them. I could shake
That's how
their
Clark and I
hand.
became friends. We were at a tournament.
Yeah.
On the fence, and we whacked each other like. You.
Yo!
He
Hit me real good.
Are-
I like how you do that.
There are no better friends. You walk into a tournament, you don't know anybody, you don't know a single person. And
Don't
you
even know their
bow-
name. You don't even know their name.
What I say is, this is what I say: you are who you are in the ring, and when you fence somebody and they are respectful of your touches, you can tell that they are working their hardest. You can tell that they care about how they're fencing. They're not trying to cheese you. They're trying to be good. They acknowledge when you hit them.
When you see
Yeah,
them smile,
the smile
under their
like,
mask.
oh, it
and
was
they're happy.
Joseph from the.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Under his mask, you see him like.
We're at this tournament.
Like, it's so
I was
good.
so strong. And this guy who I love, I had never met him before, and he comes and he does my class the previous day. He's nice enough, and then we're fencing each other afterwards, and both of us like you can see on the message going like this, and
There's big curly whites shining through.
I had never met him before, and I haven't seen him since, but he's my buddy.
Just
So
like that.
good.
It's that easy.
Like it's
just
so,
like
you
this
fight
special
someone
connection.
and you know who they are. You know who they are.
It's also like you're both you're hitting each other, and like this is like a combat full physical like martial art. There's a special like bond.
Yeah.
that you just,
Yes.
Well,
the
so much
act
trust.
of committing violence on each other in a consensual way is just always such
It's
a strong
so
bond.
much trust to put into somebody. So like you're saying, like I trust you to do this thing with me where we can both seriously hurt or
And
kill
not
each other
break me.
and not break each other and have fun doing it. And that's something you don't get in other things. You don't get that in golf.
No, you only get that in combat martial arts. And one of the things that you said earlier is that it essentially lets you react to high stress environments unilaterally across your whole life.
Oh, yeah.
I think one of the best things about just any sort of combat sport in general is it trains that pressure testing. You get really used to adrenaline dumps and thinking quickly under pressure, and just anything like that will build your ability to just react to anything in life, which I think, as you said earlier, is probably one of the most underrated and greatest advantages any combat martial will give you, is just that ability to think on your feet and react quickly.
I wholeheartedly agree, and being able to go from friend to foe to friend again. If I can do that when someone is trying to cut me in half, trying to snap things off of my body, trying to throw me on top of or about my head, trying to strike me all across my body and do damage, pain, regardless, right? And then I go back and go, dude, that was the best, let's go, and then dap them up, it's something that I wish for everyone. It's something that I wish for everyone, and that's why I care about sharing what I share, because hopefully it's that foot in the door that people need to start doing cool stuff and realize that it might be bad some days, but it's not that bad. It'll be okay.
So I think we
What's up,
only
Megan?
have a couple of minutes left. If there's any questions that we can like rapid fire answer, but then we gotta wrap it up.
Oh wow, it's
Understood.
Yeah, it's already
Wow.
3
That
here.
that went fast.
Yeah, I know.
We are professional yappers, guys.
Professional yappers. That's what you pay us for. We'll do a couple
That's
more. And
right.
we'll call it. Is that cool with you, Vincent?
That works perfectly for me. I'll try and keep things concise.
We're bad at that, all of us.
All right, I'll let you check your TikTok and just see if there's any fun
Last
ones.
minute.
That
Here's a question. How me sword? Find club.
Yes, very good.
Very good. Let's see. Let me go
Is there a way to keep from getting rope burn when you're using your...
Get it.
Oh yeah.
Wear a glove or get a silk rope.
Boo! No gloves. I'm a staunch anti-glover. I'm so sorry. If you want, use what is it called? Tougher hands practice. Also, get some baby powder. Get some baby powder. Work it into the rope. It'll help. But just stop doing it when you start getting rope burn. Let it heal up. You'll get calluses. Yeah.
If you went to the gym with me, you'd have calluses, and this wouldn't be a problem. I can't feel anything.
That's lies.
That's correct.
Fake
That's
news.
correct. That makes
Fake
sense.
News.
Fake news. I heard it. Yeah. Do you know Kali or Arnice? I've done a Screama. I don't know about you guys. Do you do any Kali or Arnice?
I've done a little bit. It was through like the lens of Sealot, a little bit of Kali kind of stuff, but I don't know a ton. I'd say like very basics.
How expensive to get into Meteor Hammer? From our perspective, it was extremely cheap.
A rope and a bag of beans.
I bought a bandana, a bag of like small red beans, and a rope. The whole thing cost me like $5.
That's kind of awesome.
Yep.
It's so getting into swordsmanship is so expensive.
It's so expensive.
And you get to you just get to go buy a bag of beans and call it good.
Yep. That's pretty much it. Get a rope, get a bag, get some beans. You're good to go.
Okay, yeah.
Would a sharp? Oh, go ahead. You go.
One more for you, and then I got
would a sharp meteor hammer work, or would it get stuck in your enemies? Maybe. Yes, it works. It's called a rope dart, and it is very, very good for up close combat in a way that a normal meteor hammer is not, because I have a little dagger. But yeah, it works fine.
Last thing, I think we're gonna call it here just so we can all go and do some more work. We got more videos to make for you guys, but we wanted to remind everybody that this stream is all the money going to it is going to go towards getting Bensei down here in the studio doing shenanigans.
Right here.
And then
Right here.
And then also, please, if you like either of our channels, first of all, definitely if you're not already, go sub to Bensei. You guys on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, sub to me. Ooh.
That's right. Go. Yeah.
But if you're on YouTube, there's a little @ thing. You can like click that, open a new window, and then sub to him because he's amazing. And then also we've got our Patreon on the top and the bottom if you like what we do
Both
here.
of those are pinned in the comments.
Yes, if you
Give
like
them a
what we do here, please consider supporting us on Patreon. For us, we always say even $1 is a huge thing. $1 a month helps keep us doing what we're doing. If you want to say a little thing about yours, go ahead.
I'm stingy. I'm at 5 as my lowest.
That's fair.
No,
That's fair.
but I mean, in all seriousness, it helps me to make more of what you guys already enjoy, and that's really what I care about the most. I just want to share more of what I love with you guys, and you guys seem to like it. I've got live classes, depending on the tier that you're on, the first, second, and third Thursday of every single month, because that's when I normally teach anyway. So you can start learning as soon as you want, every Thursday.
Thank you, Icarus.
Yeah, somebody sent us Icarus.
More Bensei!
More
Bensei!
Bensei! More Bensei! Alright guys, thank you so much for joining. We will be back tomorrow. Megan and I are doing a workout at 10 a.m. Clark doesn't do the workout.
I'll be running.
Clark just abandoned us every time we do gym stuff. So come watch that. And then Bensei, you want to shout out anything before we go?
Not really, honestly. I'm just going to be working on making sure that those lives go pretty smoothly. I'm going to try and live stream it as often as I can here going forward. And just can't thank you guys enough for all the work and support you've been putting into us the same way we've been trying to put into you. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
We'll
All right.
see you all soon.
Stopping the stream. YouTube. Bye guys.